Happy Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Kristian Harloff Show. I am John Rocha. Don't adjust your sets. I am sitting in to host the show today, but not alone. We have the great Roxy Striar joining us in just a second. But hey, how's your Monday? How was your weekend? Did you enjoy things? Did you watch some football? Did you get out and see a movie? Did you see him? Did you go and see anything out there? Did you take a little bit of a walk? Did you relax? Did you hike? I hope you got rested, because we got a lot to talk about on this show today, including the first Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, some DC news that's popped back up again, and some other stuff that's going down. And of course, your Streamlabs and Super Chats. Let's get it going. It's time for the Kristian Harloff Show here on this Monday morning. Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Kristian Harloff Show. I am John Rocha, sitting in for the man here after a very busy weekend. He's doing interviews. He's got reactions. He's got stuff going on today. So I'm sitting in for today, but I am not alone. As I teased at the top of this thing, I couldn't do it alone. And thankfully for you all and for me, I've got the great Roxy Striar joining me right now. How are you, Roxy? How are things?
The biggest lie ever told is that you couldn't do this alone. You do this alone all of the time. You can do this. You don't need anybody.
It's better.
I'm just here for fluff.
It's better to do it with you. What are you doing? Why are you in the dark? What's going on? Are you still waking up?
Is it dark?
Yeah. What's the deal? Is this the new look? Usually you have a
bright. No. I'm in Boston. I'm in my dad's office.
Oh, nice.
So it's noon. It's that's crazy that it's dark for you, because it's so bright here right now. And I'm certainly not just waking up. You think that my eyeliner does itself? I had to get up and do my face.
What are you doing in Boston? Are you at a premiere? Or are you visiting? Are you just visiting family? What's the deal?
It's a great question. I actually am working while I'm here, but the impetus for coming back is I wanted to see my niece. My little niece is 9 months. Wait, am I glitching? Are you glitching? Who's glitching right now? Is it glitchy for you? It's just me.
You're glitching, but I don't know if it's maybe my
glitching.
Luke, who's glitching? Because Luke can tell us. He's in the background. And if it's me glitching, I'll just have to connect my Ethernet cable.
I hate to see it. It's like there's only, when you're on the road and there's just like,
yeah.
I talked over
you have an Ethernet cord
over me. I don't know which one it is. At my dad's office? No. No, but my internet isn't. I don't know. It was perfectly fine last night. Wow, It is really glitching.
Yeah.
I am not sure what to do right now.
Maybe you might have to go back out and come back in. Maybe. I don't know.
I'll try it. Hold down the fort.
Okay. We're gonna hold down.
Good luck.
All right. Well, we'll wait for Roxy to go out and come back in. When she does that, we will go through it. But yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be back in just a second. But we're going to get into that Star Wars trailer, The Mandalorian and Grogu. My reaction is up on my channel. I woke up this morning, was like, oh, time to jump in the shower and get onto this reaction and watch this thing. And I have to say, my initial reaction is I really liked it. I thought it was fine for what it was, and it didn't blow me away, but it also didn't make me feel like this wasn't something they should do. I enjoyed the look of it. I enjoyed the vibe and the feel of it. And I was a big fan of it becoming a movie. But I do see that a lot of people online are having issues with the look of the trailer. They think it doesn't look theatrical enough, which is really confusing to me. And that the energy of it feels much more like a TV season than it does an actual movie. So I don't agree with that. And I was thinking about it, though, because I always take people's criticisms of something and just kind of process it and think about it and look at it from all the angles that I can look at it in my mind. And I wonder if maybe we're just becoming so accustomed to seeing things being theatrical, cinematic, even on our TV shows, that we are maybe asking we think these movies are going to be exponentially bigger or better, or have a look that's much more how can I say this, massive in terms of their theatrical approach, that we're judging it from that spectrum. Because I'll tell you right now, if you compare this trailer to TV shows from 5 years ago, it's not even, hell, 3 years ago, it's not even close, So I'm very I'm not sure why people feel this way, but a number of people do. But other people really like the look of it. Other people enjoy the. I mean, I like that AT-AT or at whatever you want to say at the end of the trailer. I like that thing falling off the cliff in the snow. I thought that was really cool. So for me personally, I kind of enjoyed the look of it overall. So for me, it did the job. I liked Zeb. I liked the Babu Frick stuff. I liked the Grogu stuff. I wish we'd gotten a shot of Jeremy Allen White as the Hutt character, but we didn't. But it was only 90 seconds. It was just to give us an idea. The new poster was cool. I thought the logo coming across there is kind of like a 1940s, 1950s Flash Gordon type of thing was cool, even though it had a little bit of a 70s feel as well, to give you the kind of subconscious feeling that it's old school Star Wars, original trilogy Star Wars. I thought that was cool. And the scope of it, fighting a Rancor who looks to be like a teenage Rancor, a Rancor in his 20s, a lot more thinner than the Rancor we saw in Return of the Jedi. But yeah, the overall look of it. And it's going to, if you're going to get people in the theater, you're going to have to evoke the TV show, which is what people fell in love with Mandalorian and Grogu, and still make it feel theatrical. And for me personally, thought the trailer accomplished that, but I know some people don't feel that way at all. Seattle, great job. Very, very pulpy. Yeah, I agree. Very, very pulpy, for sure. I thought that was a good description from you as well. We're still waiting on Roxy to come back. Sorry about that. She's still maybe figuring things out there on her end, so hopefully she'll be back in a second. Josh says, doesn't look bad, just forgettable. It's 90 seconds. I mean, are you guys being a little harsh on this? Don't you guys feel like you're being a little bit harsh? Don't you want to enjoy this? I mean, we haven't seen a full trailer. We don't know yet what the full trailer is going to be. And you say it's forgettable, but we're getting Babu Frick. We're getting Sigourney Weaver here in a shot. She's essentially, it seems like, taking the place of Grief Karga. And we're seeing them on this mission. Now, we didn't get much of the story for sure, except that we know they're on this mission to do something. But they're going to all these different locales, all these different places. And I think they're trying to walk that line between evoking the TV show and making it a movie. So, yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. But for me, I mean, Jon Favreau was the feature film director. So to me, I didn't see the issues some people have. And yeah, this is a fascinating situation too, because right now with what's going on with Disney and all the drama around Disney, both positive and negative, it's like, is this the time to really release the trailer? Do you think they moved? And I wonder about this. What do you guys think? Do you think they moved up the trailer to drop this weekend because of the massive reaction to what happened with the Jimmy Kimmel stuff? We're not going to get into the politics of all that, but it is entertainment. It is entertainment related. So do you all think the Jimmy Kimmel thing, I mean, because from what I read over the weekend, they had I think they had $4 billion in loss from the amount of people that were unsubscribing from the Disney Plus streaming services and from Disney itself in general. So do you think they released this trailer today to kind of maybe smooth things over and get people back in love with Disney and all of this stuff? Do you think that's maybe the reason it dropped today? Because it does feel there was no hype, no buildup, no kind of trailer coming on Monday. And usually they try to build up these things. So I wonder if maybe this was a little bit like, hey, guys, don't hate us. We have Star Wars. Don't hate us. I wouldn't be surprised if a Doomsday teaser came out later this week just to kind of get people, kind of remembering what Disney's all about. But, I don't know. It is a weird situation. So, yeah, fascinating stuff to see. But yeah, I don't know. It is interesting to see. Yeah. And a lot of people were thinking, oh, yeah, it was supposed to release. What is it? Joshua says it was supposed to release during his late show. Oh, Kimmel's late show. Oh, I didn't know that. So, wow. If that's true, I didn't know that. Okay. So, yeah, Luke is saying the plans were they were going to drop it Thursday, but the Kimmel stuff came out. Oh, wow. So there you go. Now it feels a bit more cynical because I don't like when companies do that crap because it's like, hey, look, I know this is not it's me going off, guys. It's not Kristian Harloff, so I apologize. I've got my strong opinions on things in a certain way. And I hate when companies do that. If you're going to make a stand and you're going to do something, then stand behind it and own it. To manipulate us as fans of your company to drop these things so that you try to save face, save brand, save your money, then I think your stances mean nothing. And so it's a frustrating thing to see that they'd be willing to do that to manipulate us, write it out, then drop the trailer when you were supposed to drop the trailer, build up to it. But dropping it on Monday morning, I think, was bad. And looking at the view numbers for the trailers, for this trailer, is not strong. Usually this would be in the hundreds of thousands by now. And it is not a big, here, let me check real quick and see where it's at right now. And again, we're still waiting for Roxy to come back. Not sure what is going on. The update is there on Rox. So hopefully she'll be back soon. Yeah, right now. Okay. So it's at 412,000. So that's, I guess it's not bad. But when I went on at 8 o'clock to record my trailer reaction, it barely had 40,000 views. And that was a little surprising for that situation. So yes, David Jordow. So we'll see. I mean, I thought this was an interesting situation here. So yeah. What did I think I had something from PLD of all people. He said, I actually agree with Rocha. Never thought I'd say it. It's a teaser. Looked fun. Bitch, please. I know you agree with me more than you want to admit. So, kiss my butt, man. But yes, I'm glad you agree with me, son. It is teaser. Looked fun. Yeah, I wasn't expecting much from a 90-second teaser. So, yeah, Lucas speculating that they probably had to get the trailer out so they can attach it to the Tron Ares release, which I'm looking forward to. I still haven't gotten a screening invite for that one, and I hope it's good. I mean, it's tracking 44 million, which I think is not bad for the third installment in a franchise. It's never really been a box office hit of a franchise. So I'm looking forward to it. It was a little surprising that they did that kind of stuff. So the lack of buildup is a bit surprising in the way that they've laid it out. But that being said, we got to see Zeb in this thing. We got to see Babu Frick in this thing. So they're clearly like throwing all the things that they want people to be excited about into one movie. Bringing in Sigourney Weaver from the Alien franchise and other franchises, I think, is another move in that direction as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some cameos that pop up in this film because I think this is remember, this is the first theatrical film since The Rise of Skywalker. And I think they're just throwing a lot of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Okay. All right. We have the return of Roxy Stryer here, ladies and gentlemen. There she is.
So
what's going down? Oh, 2-person shot. Oh, what happened? Luke, stop messing with shit.
That was not me. The other ones were me, but that was not me.
There we go. All right, we're good now. You look good. You look good. The internet is fine. No glitching.
It's a different computer, a different light, a different mic, a different.
It looks like it's noon there now. This is amazing. So how is your niece? Let's talk. How is your
so
niece?
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Glad to be here. How's my niece? She is so cute. She's 9 months, so officially out longer than she was in.
Is this your first niece? Is this your first nephew niece? Oh wow! You can spoil her like crazy.
Oh my god! I'm like anybody else who wants to hold her, I'm like, but I'm holding her. It's my niece. Like I'm just completely obsessed with her. How many do you have?
2. My nephew and my niece. Both of them. And they're just about to go into high school. They moved to North Carolina a few months ago, and they're just about to go, or maybe they already are in high school now. And so it's a weird thing because I remember, they were just these little snuggly things. I would just go and visit and hold in my arms together, And so so it's crazy that they're at that age now.
Totally, it is wild. Oh, I can't imagine that. Like I don't know what her voice is going to sound like yet.
Oh wow,
it's so crazy to think. Like what's she going to sound like?
Good point.
Probably a little raspy queen.
Coming for your throne. Maybe. Maybe.
What did you talk about while I was gone?
We'll just talk about the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watched it. I feel this must be what Mike Kalinowski feels like every day.
I say that? Why?
Because the panic that you feel when the internet's not working, your computer's not working, somebody's live, you're hanging them out to dry. It's just like the way that My dad was sprinting around the house, his girlfriend running to try to find cords. Like,
oh my God.
I like tore everything apart. And here I am with my tea. With John Rocha. Do you know how many messages I got about people being excited that you and I were doing the show together? I think
Really?
people like us together better than they like us apart.
I agree. I 1,000% agree with that. I've always felt like we have a really natural chemistry. We're East Coast people, and we give our opinions on things, and we have no fear on it. At least I think so.
100%. We've attempted to do many a shows together.
Yes.
And many a platforms. And yet, here we are. Here we are. Me having internet issues all these years later. Good.
But you're blown. Can you say what you're doing in Boston, or are you not allowed to reveal?
Oh, no. So I definitely, but just when I'm coming home, I'm always trying to find things to do for work to try to like supplement the fact that I'm taking off time to come see my family. Right. So I really am. I wanted to come see my grandma here, my niece, my family. I haven't been back in a year because I attempted to come back in March and then I got the flu. So I isolated in Boston by myself. It was brutal.
Oh, wow.
And so, I haven't been back here for a while. So I wanted to do that. But while I'm here, I'm currently working on financing a project, and I know way more people here who want to give money to projects than I do in Los Angeles. So I'm taking a bunch of meetings working on financing something that I'm working on, which has been really cool and fun. And it's also, I think, I don't want to say easier to impress people back here, but it's more people want to be involved in an industry that they're not. Like, entertainment, that's a great opportunity, as opposed to in LA where everybody's so jaded and mad all the time. So
and also people are always asking for money in Los Angeles, so it just becomes more and more like, okay, all right, what is it now? Whereas here, we're in other cities, it's probably much more unique, and so for these kinds of projects, so it's a little more interest you get from people. Plus, I mean, the fact that you can write off this stuff, I think, is an important element as well.
So true.
So yeah.
If I don't work while I'm here, I can't write it off. So
exactly.
You got to make sure you're getting in your meetings.
Are you going to hit your London peeps eventually? Are you going to swing out to London? I mean,
I'm hoping so. I don't know the exact detail. It's so, I'm sure that you've had this happen too, where it's like, I'm just an actress in the movie. So I have no idea what's happening with the movie. I know some things, but like, I don't know a lot. And so I was messaging the other day, like, when and where is the premiere? Should I be preparing? So I do think that I am London bound, but when?
No idea.
I don't know. How? I'm not sure. I hope so.
We will see.
What's going down? I want to say down south. Is that what people call San Diego these days?
I guess. Yeah, it's cool here. I mean, it's finally starting to rain a little bit the last few days, and I love the rain, so I'm in a very happy place right now, opening the windows and having the sound of the rain through the house. Lady Outlaw's up in LA for the next few days. She's taking care of her sister's dogs. She loves to go up there. She doesn't like to bring them down here because they always feel out of place here. So she's up there for a few days, and it's good. I mean, we spend 24/7 together. So when she takes off for a few days, or I take off for a few days, it's always good for us to get a little bit of space and then come back and appreciate each other.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Totally. I mean, totally for us. Absolutely. So
wow, I think I'm pretty fond of everybody then, because all I have.
Oh boy. What's going on?
No, I've actually stopped talking as much about my dating life on this show because
Why?
Because so let's call it out. Kristian hates this. Let me do it anyway.
Yeah, it's our show.
He's not here. If he doesn't bother to show up, then he doesn't get to decide. There are two people on this network that people come for, like aggressively come for and tell that they should throw themselves off balconies. And those two people are you and me. So we are the two.
Really? And I don't see it. So it's a good thing I don't.
Good for you, man. I'm stoked for you that you have peace. I have no peace. And with that comes the ability to know that, like, they don't deserve to know about my love life if they're just going to shred me. And I'll do that on my own channel. So unless they send in Streamlabs and Super Chats, which you guys should, because we need to prove to Kristian that Rocha Roxy is the winning combo.
Yes, please.
Unless you send them in, I don't give that up for free.
All right. So if you want to hear more about Roxy's love life, Send in your Streamlabs and super chats. Keep them respectful because I will ban some of you. I've already seen some comments. I'll ban some
I
of you
keep
guys.
seeing people get banned already, but I missed the comments. What they said.
Yeah. Well, someone said that. Well, do you really want me to say it? I don't. I don't want to disrespect you, Rox.
Yeah, say it. What do you got?
All right, fine. Somebody said they wanted to motorboat the hell out of you right now, and then.
But this is not even a.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I have
the
to.
other day, the craziest one came in for Kristian that he didn't think was that bad. You tell me, what do you think? They said,
what was it?
It's a shame that you had daughters instead of a son or something like that.
What?
That
is super creepy. That is super creepy.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh boy. Anyway. Enough about the comments. There's plenty of stuff for us to talk about.
That's true. That's true. So we were talking about the Mandalorian Grogu trailer. What are your thoughts on that overall? Rock. Some people like it, but some people have been criticizing the look of it, that it's not theatrical enough, that it didn't feel like their stakes were high enough in this 90-second teaser. And we did get Babu Frick, we got Zeb, we got a Rancor, we got an AT-AT, we got Jeremy Allen White from behind, at least Sigourney Weaver. What did you think of this?
A lot of Sigourney.
Yes.
Sigourney was heavily featured, which I always love to see. I don't know what is more difficult, John, to go from being a TV show to being a movie, or to go from being a movie to being a show. Because when you are a TV show going to a movie, people expect it to look significantly different because they're expecting a bigger budget.
Yeah.
So people don't want to see Mandalorian on the big screen as the TV show. They want to see Mandalorian and Grogu as the movie. Right. And so I do understand when you're looking at it, it looks like it could be a trailer. Other than the stars that are in it, it looks like it could be a trailer for a season of The Mandalorian because it doesn't look that drastically different than the show looks.
Right.
So that is challenging. On the other hand, it's very challenging to go from being a movie to a show because you usually lose a lot of your budget. Yes. And you never want to look worse than the original product. So I think that this is going to be a bit challenging for them because people are so picky.
Yes.
I watched the trailer 30 seconds before the show started and thought, that's cute, which is how I feel about the show, which is how I feel about a lot of Star Wars. I am not such a diehard obsessed. This isn't my main franchise. This isn't DC for me. Right. It's not like, oh, everything could go wrong. I'm just like, that seemed cute. I like that little grab of Sigourney Weaver sliding it back towards her from Grogu.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with the title of the movie. I like these two as the buddies that they are. I just think that this is going to be a fun movie. But if you're looking at this like, this is the next big, major, huge box office Star Wars movie, I think you're going to be so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels that way. To me, this feels like, what can I say? This is like the transition thing, right? It's like the person you're dating for now until you get to the person you're going to be dating in the future. And that's what it feels like. And I think this is a fun series and people love Grogu, but I don't think this is the cataclysmic next thing that Star Wars needs to be doing. And we're so conditioned to them putting out trilogies. Yes, we've occasionally have Rogue One or Solo, but this is one that's like, look, we need people to feel good about the franchise again. We need people to feel happy about us going in to do movies again, confident that we can do movies again. So we're borrowing our show that everybody seemed to love, and we're putting it up here just to let people. And this essentially was supposed to be the fourth season of Mandalorian and Grogu anyway. So we're going to make it work. And the thing is, I think you make an excellent point. Transitioning from TV to movie to TV. You've got to keep the people who loved the TV show interested to go see the movie, right? Because what's the convenience of the TV show? I can sit on my ass and turn it on. I don't have to get in the car, drive to the theater, watch it, and then come back. Like there's a thing about that mentally, I think, for a lot of people. So you got to make it worth their while. So look, you're going to enjoy the TV show aspect, but we're still going a little more theatrical. I mean, that AT-AT falling off the cliff at the end, I thought was really cool. So
genuine question for you based on your own analogy, John. Do you feel like this is the person that you date for a little bit that you remember fondly and are like, that was such a good time. We were sleeping together. We both knew it wasn't going to be serious. Or do you think that this is the person that you date that you had thought was going to be the one that ended up being a POS that you never want sight of again?
No, I think it's the one you dated that you thought was going to be the one, and it just didn't work out, but it was no one's fault.
Okay,
And
so you
you
think
stay
that
friends.
people might look back on this fondly, even
Yeah.
though it's not the direction we're moving forward. This might be a positive light in the Star Wars universe, as
Yeah.
opposed to something that people look back on and think like, "Why did we do that?"
I think it already is, and I
Okay.
can't imagine Favreau would go on with a trilogy of Mandalorian and Grogu movies. I think that would surprise me. Now, it doesn't mean Mando and Grogu won't show up in like Filoni's big, supposedly Avengers Endgame thing that he's working on, or as characters in the Rey movie, maybe, or something else. I wouldn't, because there's already plans for Grogu to be older down the road. There's a lot of rumors about that he'll be an older Grogu down the road. So I think we'll see these characters again, but I don't anticipate this is the beginning of like a three movie trilogy for Mandalorian and Grogu. This is more like all right, we're wrapping things up on this side of things, and then we'll see where we go from here. It just would surprise me. That's what it feels like to me.
Are you
We'll see.
seeing a lot of hatred for this trailer? I haven't seen the reception fully.
Yeah, I've seen not hatred necessarily, but I've seen people complaining that it doesn't look cinematic enough and that the stakes in the trailer don't feel heavy enough. It's a teaser. I don't know what stakes you were looking for. But the cinematic thing, I just think, Roxy, you're a TV, you're much more of a TV person than I'm, even though I do love TV. You've seen like TV shows don't look like they did 5 years ago. They're
No.
much more cinematic now. Even
I immediately think of
you know?
Penguin, like going from
Yeah.
Batman to doing the Penguin, and I don't think anybody was like, "That show doesn't look good."
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "That show looks amazing."
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we're already conditioned to see things cinematically in a way, whether it's TV or film. So I don't know what the extra oomph is that they're looking for from a film like this. So the complaints are a little confusing to me, and I think some people have been complaining about the gray palette as well, but I like things that are a little gray or a little darker. They're my cup of tea. So I guess it's all just a matter of um subjective approach to it all. What works for you, what doesn't. But
Also, this movie's coming out in May. I'm
yeah.
sure. Yes, there's a bit of a gray palette, but I think that there's going to be a lot of color in this movie as well.
Mhm.
I
See,
mean, it's Grogu.
it's Grogu, of course. And this is a confusing comment for me. Wait, what was it? Oh, you hear it. Rudy, Andor looked cheap for how much it cost. What? In no way do I think Andor looked cheap to me. Maybe.
How much did it cost?
It was like in the millions, in the hundreds of millions. And I thought it looked incredible. I think it was 260 million or something like that. I think is what Andor
For how many
cost.
episodes?
10 or 8.
8? Oh yeah, 8. No, maybe 9. Wait, they were in threes,
Oh,
right?
so the
12?
production cost is reported to be around $650 million, $325 million per season, or about $27 million per episode was spent over 24 episodes. So yeah, so 12 episodes each season.
27 million an episode.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me to answer that. I don't think any part of Andor looked cheap, but
Yeah.
an episode of television that's $27 million, the entire budget of Everything Everywhere All at Once was 25 mil. So, it's
Good
hard to say what's cheap and what's not. But the second that you put a Disney label on something or Star Wars label on something, people expect to get paid more than they would for an indie project. So,
Yeah.
I don't think it looked cheap, but that is a lot of money.
Yes, it is. And I think about how way back in the early HBO days, how Rome was canceled because it cost $6 million an episode to do Rome, and HBO couldn't keep shouldering the cost of it, even though it was sharing it with, I think, one of the British broadcasting companies. And now we have a $27 million per episode series. Like, it's insane. If Rome came out today, it would last for like 5 seasons, I think.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Television costs are very strange too, because like I was just did you watch the aka Charlie Sheen doc?
I loved it.
So good. But we heard about Charlie negotiating his contract, getting paid $2 million an episode. It's like, if your episodes of TV are millions of dollars, but your stars are making millions of dollars, then of course it drives up the cost. I don't think that on Andor probably there was many people making a significant amount. A lot of them were probably taking a SAG minimum on that. But I think that just it adds up. There's a lot of actors on that show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pedro's well known, but Pedro ain't commanding,
he probably made a decent amount.
Yes.
He probably did pretty well for himself, but not that well.
Yeah, or Diego as well. All right. Well, that's our thoughts on the Star Wars trailer. Let us know what you thought about it all. Did you like it? Did it work for you? Was it or did it like bother you, the CGI or the energy, the vibe of it all? Let us know. What were the stakes for you? Let us know all of that down in the comments and send us your super chats. If you like Roxy and I together, it's about the super chats. If we get to like 100 super chats today, you're sending the signal to Kristian that when he can't do the show, Roxy and I are a great like fill in, and you guys enjoy it, and the show doesn't miss a beat. We've got almost 600 of you joining us live, so we love it.
Holy moly!
So we love it if you sent in some love through the super chat. So we're gonna get some ads in first, and we'll be back to talk about a little more DC and some other stuff going on in the world of entertainment right after this.
So I didn't really know what to expect when I heard of Strawberry.me, but what it essentially is, it's a career coaching service. It'll help you move up the ladder to help you negotiate a better pay or land a job that you love in industry and that you're passionate about. So for me, you take like a quiz and then they match you up with a career coach. And I had Garrett and we talked for quite a bit. And so I wanted to give it a test. I wanted to say, well, I'm not going to really talk about this with the audience if I don't dig it. And I dug it. I dug it a lot. I found out a lot about myself. It's good when people are listening to you. About what the goals are that you want to do, what you want to accomplish, suggestions, bouncing back and forth off somebody. Strawberry.me, it gives you the tools that you need so that you're the one in control of your career, and hearing it out loud and saying, well, maybe take time for yourself, maybe do this, maybe do that. It really helps. Because for me, there's one thing to just have a job that you're like, oh, I gotta make money so I can get my groceries or I can pay my bills. But do you want a career that you can actually say, look, this is who I am, this is what I do? That's what I've always tried to do, and I'll tell you, this conversation made me realize it even more. Good coach can really get you on that path, and that is what Strawberry.me did. I had an open conversation with Garrett for a bit. I was more open than I thought I would be. I felt comfortable, and it helped me. I'm already thinking of new ideas and things that I need to do in order to accomplish my goals. So I suggest you do the same. Head to strawberry.me/Kristian to claim a special offer and get started. That is strawberry.me/Kristian. Stop settling. Don't settle. Start building the career that you actually want. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it is good to be right. Look, I'm having a rough football season. I had a good week 2. The Giants played really, really tough against the Cowboys. It just wasn't my week. But tell you what was my highlights from Prize Picks. It's so simple. It's so easy to play the game, and you just take some of your favorite players and you can, it doesn't matter. Look, I'll give you an example. You use Barkley, Burrow, Allen, any of them. And Barkley's going to have more or less than 1 rushing TD. Burrow is going to have more or less than 2.5 passing touchdowns. Allen is going to have more or less than 270 passing yards. It's simple to play. Prize Picks, it's really easy. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the app today and use that code Kristian to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Kristian to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
There you go. Prize Picks. All right. How about that life coaching? I might have to try that out. I may need some life.
You need it? What's going on right now?
Yeah, I think so. I want to make a jump. I want to transition. And so maybe a little life coaching, I think, would be good for me to talk to somebody about that kind of stuff. So, it's a weird world. A little coaching is never a bad thing.
Is it a weird world? I didn't notice.
Are you going through the comments again? Are you going through the comments?
No, I really wasn't. It is such a strange time to be alive. This time period is going to be studied. Like, what is the textbooks going to say about this 10-year period?
I don't know, but it seems like every every decade is something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep.
Like the 70s were insane. The 80s had all kinds of stuff going on with the
You just
Cold
started at
War.
the 70s. Think about the 50s and the 60s.
Yeah, 50s and 60s, sure. 40s with the World War II, so there was all kinds of stuff that goes on. So yeah, I think every generator, every decade, people are like, wow, what the hell's going on? It's always, because we're always changing as a society and progressing, whether we like it or not. Let's move on to your wheelhouse. Let's get into some DC stuff. I want to bring up this article here to talk about the Andy Muschietti situation. And get some sneakers as well, apparently. So let's talk about this. What do we got here? The 2-person show. How are we doing? There we go, Luke. Thanks so much.
You're killing it. Go,
Yeah.
Luke. Go, Rocha. Go, Luke. Go, Rocha. Let's see how you do when we get to my TV picks. There's a lot of movement going on.
There is. I was rehearsing that before you came on the show, so I hope I get it right. Andy Muschietti rumored off DCU's Batman film The Brave and the Bold, despite James Gunn's claims. This is popping up again. The DCU's long gestating Batman The Brave and the Bold project is once again mired in uncertainty. Rumors are swirling that Andy Muschietti, director of the disastrous The Flash, may no longer be steering the first Batman outing in James Gunn's rebooted universe. Yet Gunn himself has insisted Muschietti is still attached. The latest confusion only adds to the perception that DC Studios is struggling to find steady footing as it rebuilds from the wreckage of the old DCU. The Brave and the Bold is slated to introduce the DCU's Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin, drawing inspiration from Grant Morrison's acclaimed comic book run. Muschietti was tapped to direct the new Batman back in 2023 alongside producer Barbara Muschietti, but progress has been anything but clear. Recently, Muschietti admitted in interviews that he hasn't spoken with James Gunn in over a year, even though he was at the Emmys party with Jennifer Holland and other people there and Peter Safran, and that the project has been, quote, postponed a bit to make room for other films. Gunn, however, quickly countered that no such delay exists and reaffirmed that Muschietti remains attached. That's odd already. The conflicting statements have only fueled the speculation. To make matters worse, Muschietti is stacking his calendar with other projects, including a live-action Attack on Titan adaptation, which is an anime I need to be getting into, and the sci-fi thriller Drift. This hardly looks like a director laser-focused on Gotham City. Rumors from the podcast circuit. Rumors rose again when the Hot Mic podcast, that's right, our podcast with Jeff Sneider, recently claimed that Andy Muschietti is no longer directing Batman and the Brave and the Bold. During a fan Q&A, a viewer asked if Muschietti was still attached to the DCU Batman film. Host John Rocha flatly responded, "I told you he's not doing it. Why don't you listen?" It was more playful, but yes. Co-host Jeff Sneider said sarcastically, he added, "I don't know what you're talking about. This is surely not something John and I have been saying for 2 years now." However, Gunn has stated in the past that Muschietti remains attached. The director had also recently been at the Superman premiere and was seen at the Emmys, as I said, with DC Studios co-head Peter Safran. Still, the speculation highlights the film's shaky status. The Brave and the Bold currently has no release date, no pre-production timeline, and reports suggest that Gunn has been unhappy with the current draft of the script. So there you go, Roxy. An interesting situation for sure. What was it? It was the 2 shot. All right.
John,
yeah.
You've never said anything flatly in your whole life.
Maybe in the morning when I wake up, but yes.
That's how I know that Park Place was not paying attention. Host John Rocha flatly responded? Never. Flatly. That's my biggest problem with this article.
Well, I don't know why this is popping up again off of Fan Q&A. Maybe it's a slow news day, but we've been saying this, as Jeff said, for 2 years, Roxy. So,
okay, but talk me through this, and forgive me for not knowing the timeline of your show of when you guys did this. So how long have you been speculating this? When did Sneider actually say that this was happening? When is this from then?
Okay, so I'm the one who said it on the show in 2023 because of context that I have at Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And it was made very clear to me that he is not coming back because of the debacle of The Flash. It was so bad. Like, if the film had been kind of warmly received but didn't do well at the box, like Thunderbolts, right? Like, Jake Schreier got to do X-Men because Thunderbolts didn't do well at the box office, but the film itself was received well by the people who went to see it. That wasn't the case with Flash, and I think Gunn as he said after Superman was successful, that it was a relief. I think Gunn knew there was a lot of pressure on him, and the last thing you want to do is bring someone in who delivered a film that a lot of people didn't like and didn't do well at the box office to take on your Batman, which is a pillar of the DC brand. So what the person said to me was very clearly that Muschietti's not coming back. They're going to slow roll him off the project. So it's not going to be an immediate announcement, but he's basically not coming back. And everything since has made it really clear that he's not involved in no matter what James Gunn says. The fact that Peter Safran was saying, well, we're going to do the script, and when we're ready, then we'll present it to, and it just makes it very clear that they're going on a separate path and they're trying to save face with, like, Andy Muschietti. They're trying to brand save Andy Muschietti to a degree. So.
This report stating that they weren't happy with the current draft. Did you hear anything about that?
Yes, that was something that was an initial issue for sure of how they were approaching Brave and the Bold. But I think this is all stuff there's like, even over the weekend, James Gunn was on with the Ringer, and he was asked about Batman. And he said, I've got a number of people in mind for it, but we're nowhere near the casting phase yet. I've had talks with people, even said he talked to a really big movie star about playing Batman recently. He's not sure that that's the way they're going to go, but they're going to have to audition and screen test. So in where he's presenting things, he is still going forward with the Brave and the Bold. I think Superman's success has given him more cachet to push back on Zaslav or anybody else who might be wanting to move Pattinson's Batman into his universe. But the script, he wants the script to be right. And he's been saying this over and over again. But I think the script excuse gives them a convenient shield to go and find who they want to direct the movie and who they want to be in Batman. That's
so
what
is your belief at this point that they don't have a Batman cast, that they don't have a director for this movie, and that they don't have a script for this movie?
I would amend your statement to say they don't have a script that they 100% like.
But they don't have a director or an actor for this.
Yeah, I don't think they do at all right now. What do you hear, though? Because you're plugged into DC yourself. I know with DC Movie News and in the past and all the stuff you guys do with DC. So what do you hear?
Well, I wanted to also talk about the reception of The Flash because it does have a 63% fresh on the tomato meter, and it does an 81% popcorn meter. So it was not slammed. It just wasn't loved.
Right.
Thunderbolt seemingly was more loved by critics. I don't actually know the score that it had, but I assume it was a lot higher than that.
Yeah.
So it is kind of interesting because I think that Andy Muschietti is in pretty decent standing right now to be a studio director. I don't think anybody's out here thinking Andy Muschietti should not be directing large studio movies. I think that he is at that caliber where he definitely can take something like Brave and the Bold under his belt. And I like him a lot. And I think that he would do a good job. Tend to believe that where there's smoke, there's fire. I think that they have cast Batman.
Oh,
and I think that a lot of this has to do with the surroundings of knowing who their Batman is and now what works with that Batman.
wow.
That's a theory.
That's
a theory. That's my theory.
Do you think, because I don't like this idea, but do you think, going on your theory, that we are going to see that Batman in the Clayface movie in a cameo?
A lot of people think like at the very end, and I do think that's possible. It's not how I personally would introduce Batman. I don't think that's the smartest way to go about it, but do I think that it is possible they will do that? I think it's possible. I would put it at like 20%, which is not unlikely. That's 20% is kind of a large percentage for that. I think that there's a 1 in 5 chance that we might get our Batman then. But I more think that the way that it seems like Gunn and Safran have been going about things, but specifically Gunn, is knowing their players, making the world. Know their players, make the world.
Yeah.
So I think that that's what's happened here. And I think with the casting of Batman, they are designing a world around him.
So then let me push back a little bit and ask you this. I mean, Gunn is out here over the weekend with the Ringer saying we haven't even cast anyone. And I know, and other people know, Jeff and I are on Gunn sometimes because he says one thing and it's not the truth. And he then backtracks or changes or, all this kind of stuff. So if you're saying you think they've already cast their Batman,
I do.
Then why is he out here saying all of this stuff that they haven't even screen tested anybody, that they've got ideas, but they haven't really...
it's just a theory, but I also, there's a couple things on that. I think it's a totally fair question.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way that you or Jeff or Mikey Christmas do feel, which is that we are being lied to when reporters ask questions and we are given false information. I
Okay.
think that's totally fine. I don't feel like that's me being lied to, because I think it's part of the game here. Like, technically speaking, of course, if you answer, or if somebody asks an actor, are you going to be in Avengers Endgame? And you say no, and then you are, I guess that was a lie. But I don't feel lied to. I don't feel lied to, because I feel like it's part of your job to not give me that information in that moment. And it's part of the fun of guessing and figuring out. And I think that if they were ready to present to us, here is who our this is, here's who our Batman is, here's who's our director, here's what's going on, then they would. But they're not ready. So instead they say, we don't know yet. We don't know. So I have no issues with that being kind of the way that the industry is. I'm not saying that you guys do feel entitled, because that's not the sense that I get at all, but I feel zero entitlement towards knowing information about a project at all. So like, they tell us when they tell us, and if until then they say they don't know, I couldn't care less. It just doesn't bother me. And it makes it a little more exciting sometimes to not know some of these things, because I have said this from day one. I think that they should be casting Brendan Sklenar. I think that he's a perfect Batman. I think that they actually ultimately will cast him if they haven't already, because I think that he is, his name is just popping up in such a way that, like, I'm reading the tea leaves on articles and in things where, as opposed to like, who are some of the other, like Alan Richardson's name kept popping up, and it just it doesn't seem realistic that that's what they're doing. So that's what I think is happening. And I don't mind if he's out here saying, we don't know, because they don't have the full story yet. And also something that we've been really on executives about for a long time is not giving us information and then taking it back. And just because you've cast somebody doesn't mean you dotted your I's and crossed your T's. So maybe they're still in negotiations. Maybe it is a tactic. Maybe it is like, this is the direction we think we're going in. But the last thing they want to do is say, Muschietti's actually not our director. Here's our director. And then that falls through. And then they're like, okay, actually, that's not our director, but this is our actor. And then that falls through. And they're like, well, actually, now this is the thing, because that's what happened with The Flash.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with The Flash. We got 4 different directors and 5 different scripts, and it was an absolute nightmare. So I'm sure they're now like, let's wait till make an announcement until all of the pieces are in place. Here's the person directing it. Here's the star of the movie. Here's what we're doing with Bold and Beautiful script. Like, that's
okay. So I think this is, I think it's all valid in terms of like perspective, right? Yeah. You're the kind of person like, I know this is the game, and so I don't take it personal. Right. And
by the way, Bold and Brave, I just replayed what I said in my head, and I called it a soap opera. Don't come for me, guys. I've been watching a lot of soaps recently.
This afternoon, all the Bold and the Brave.
I can't believe you didn't correct me on that just now. I was like, what did I just say? The Bold and the Beautiful, Andy Muschietti drops out. Hot take.
When the raspy queen talks, I just listen. That's just the way I work.
Continue. I did not mean to interrupt you. I just had to correct myself before they did.
I'm just saying that I think your perspective, people have that perspective, and I totally respect that. Like, they don't take it personal. They know it's the game and what have you. In fact, I've had a couple of people who are junior executives at studios who are friends of mine. I over the last 20 years in Hollywood became friends with them as they were like assistants or whatever. They will occasionally text me and go, you're so ridiculous on the hot mic because you call these people out in this way, and you know the game. And I'm like, yeah, but to me, I think there's a better way to respond to it where it doesn't seem to me like you're lying.
Like what?
Like saying we have some people in mind, and we're absolutely going through where we're going, but we don't want to announce anything until we've got everything lined up. And then when we lined up, we're going to announce it. And look, we're excited about it. And it's you've covered the bases, but to say like we haven't even started, I think that's where it becomes a thing. And James can't help himself sometimes. He always goes that extra mile. Even the response, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying this is who James is. When he went that extra mile this weekend by saying like there's even a really big Hollywood actor we're talking to, but we don't know if that's going to happen. It's like, why say that? Like, why just say we got a lot of people in mind, but to make that extra step is where I have sometimes some issues with Gunn. That being said, I love his movies. I think he's a really cool guy.
I think you and Jeff feed each other's fuel when it comes to Gunn. I think it's hysterical that some of your friends text you, because if they have an issue with how you've handled it, oh boy, do they have things to say about what Jeff does. The amount of times I have spent on the phone calling Jeff, being like, "Why did you do that? What are you doing?" But to Jeff, I think he thinks it's funny and part of the game. You guys don't do it the same way. Like to me, everything you say is because you feel it and believe it. And to me, everything Jeff says is because he thinks it's like, oh yeah, got him. Like, which I love it. As everybody knows, I stand up for Jeff more than I stand up for anybody in my entire life. I love that man. He's an incredible friend. He is a lifelong friend for me. I love him. But when you two both started going in on Gunn, I was a little surprised with how upset you both were with how Gunn has handled the situation.
Yeah, I think it was more approach of like, I just want him to tell the truth and stop taking people for a ride on some of these comments. Because I think the thing is, if he didn't feel the need to come down and insult and say things like, oh, don't believe anybody else, it's all bullshit. Like the fact that he came out and said stuff like that, I think that's where it becomes like, come on, man. You mean
like when you report on something on the hot mic and then he says that's not true, and you're like, but I know it's true.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like he says, and it wasn't personal because he didn't name us, right, or name anybody really, because I'm not vain enough to think we're the only people that calls Gunn out for stuff. But like him saying, like, don't believe anybody. He's essentially saying, as a creative, don't believe any of these reporters, and he's saying it to a public that is already primed over the last few years. We know this, Roxy, to go after the media, to go after anybody in the media, to disbelieve the media. So you're feeding into that in your own little section of your world, this distrust of the media. And you're almost taking advantage of that to be like, I'm a man of the people. Don't trust the media. Only listen to me. I'll tell you the truth. And he veers into that territory, which some people are mad when I've said that he, veers into certain territory. I'm not going to name the person, but you know who I mean, where he's like, don't listen to anybody else but me. I'm telling you the truth. And it's like, well, you really aren't, are you? You're taking us for a ride, and you're going to tell us what's happening when you want to tell us what's happening. And if people find out ahead of time, you're trying to denigrate their work as journalists who have fostered relationships and connections with people.
That is what you think he's trying to do?
Yes,
you think intentionally?
100%.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't get that sense at all.
I don't think he's a bad guy, by the way. I know
you don't.
He plays the game.
I just think putting myself in his shoes, which would be very fancy, expensive, nice shoes, comfortable to wear. I probably can't even imagine the shoes. But just putting myself,
wife. Yes,
exactly. Putting myself in his shoes for a second, though, how annoying to have people reveal things about your project that 100%. You don't want out there. Like, and I'm not saying that anybody handles that perfectly, but if I were him, at some point I'd just be like, everybody shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Well, like, I'll tell you what I want to tell you. So like respect to, I have so much respect for journalists, and it is literally their job to get, for lack of better words, the tea, like what is going on. But for him, who's probably like, I'm trying to run an entire universe, and there is so many moving parts, and I have fired a lot of people and hired a lot of people, and every day I open the news and somebody's saying another thing, and some of them are true, but some of them are not.
Yeah,
it probably is just like, don't listen to everything you. And I think he really isn't trying to diminish or belittle. I don't know him personally, so maybe he is, but my sense is that he isn't, and he's just trying to protect the integrity of his decisions and this world.
Right. And I totally get that. I just think there's a better way to do that, where you don't accuse them of being liars or accuse them of not telling people the truth, because a lot of the things that, like, I know people come for Jeff, but a lot of things Jeff broke, and one of the reasons I stand by Jeff and his credibility is a lot of things Jeff broke, they came true.
I know.
And that's the thing. People come, and I host a show with him, Roxy, so I get a lot of crap from people who are in the industry, who are my friends, who I know still in LA, high up in some studios, who text me, why the hell do you still do a show with him? Why do you deal with this kind of stuff? And I go, because he does break stories that are true. If he was just a guy who was a rumor merchant, as we've seen on YouTube, some people love to rumor merchant, I would not be with a person like that. But because Jeff does, his stuff does come true. Not often. No, I'm sorry, not all the time, but it does enough for me to be like, yeah. And I've seen him I've seen him work. I've seen him have lunches with agents, with managers, with casting assistants and associates, casting directors, with junior executives, with executives. I've seen that happen through his life. So that's why I defend him, because there is a lot of credibility. Now, do I like him putting up pictures of himself in pink Speedos and all this? And all, no, those are the.
We had a half-hour call about that, John.
That I don't. Yeah.
I had to talk to Jeff about his Speedo pic for a half an hour.
I love my crazy brother, but I don't.
I love him. I just love him. Listen, especially being here in Boston. I can't not stand up for my guy. He's my dude, but holy shit, does he make it so hard for himself? The
Lady Outlaw loves him. My mother loves Jeff.
I get it.
My mother loves Jeff. My mother, she watches all my YouTube shows, but her favorite is the Hot Mic, because she never knows how crazy Jeff is going to be.
Can't say he's not entertaining.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. And
can't say it.
You know, Lady Outlaw, she lived in Boston for 3 years, and she's like, that guy, I know that guy. I've seen that guy around Boston all the time.
100%. It's not rare here.
Yeah.
To be Jeff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You guys, with 22 in the start, we got to up the game.
Oh, what? We only have 24 super chats? Come on, guys. And we got 650 of you joining us live right now. Get us to 100 here if you want to keep us on the show.
Ask us questions about Jeff.
I know we got to get to your TV things, TV picks here, Roxy, but I do want to bring up one thing, and this is not on the rundown. This just broke just as we were on the show. Speaking of of your man, James Gunn, our man, James Gunn, he has just dropped this picture on Twitter. It's the Man of Tomorrow cover, the script cover here. It says, written by James Gunn, Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, of course, 9/22/25 draft 1, Man of Tomorrow. And I think that is all Brainiac. That is absolutely an illusion of Brainiac.
What else could it be?
What else could it be?
Wait,
exactly.
I'm trying to look in really close. What is in the center?
Let me see if I can get closer.
Yeah, hold on. Let me try to pull it up on my John. One thing about me, blind as a bat these days. Blind as a bat.
You're going to have to get, I hate to break it to you, you're going to have to get bifocals. This is what happens. You're at that age.
I want to hear about it.
I have them in my progressive lenses. That's why I wear these. They are in there. You know, it's part of life. All right. I can't get closer than that.
Okay. No, I'm zoomed in on my phone now.
Okay.
So 9/22, that's today.
Yes.
Man of Tomorrow, that we knew.
Yes.
It's just the Brainiac part.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't show a brain if they're not going to do Brainiac, right? I mean, it's pretty clear.
Koi comments on the photo. Pinky and the brain. Yep.
So there
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is what the people want.
Yes.
And I'm the people.
You are the peoples.
I'm one of them.
A lot of people are saying Brainiac. So yeah.
It's really cool that he credited the Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. That's cool that that's on the cover of this. Oh yeah, to him. How do you feel?
My friend texted me, he goes, Gunn got this cover pick up quicker than Matt Reeves did. Oh Jesus. I like the cover. I think it gets people excited. I'm looking forward to Man of Tomorrow. I really liked Superman. I really liked it. I saw it again over the weekend on Max. It's such a fun movie, man. It is such a fun movie. So I'm looking forward to Man of Tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing Brainiac. I think they're going to do a little heavy lifting. How is Superman aligning himself with Luthor? Remember, Luthor murdered that dude right in front of Clark in the prison. How much are you going to deal with the things that Luthor did? Luthor was going to rip New York apart and kill all of these people, no problem. So how is Superman going to overcome that to work with him? I think that's going to be the heavy lifting of the movie, because, you know, it's great to bring buddy duo thing together, but you've got to honor what you did in your first movie and the ramifications of it. So we'll see on that.
So you do believe that they're also going to be honoring that really Superman's parents that was the real message, and that was not.
I'm still on the fence on that. If that was what do you call it? A bait and switch of it all. I don't know. Because I mean, Kara is still, we have to see what gets revealed in Supergirl. I think that's going to give us a little more about what's going on with his parents. Because she would know, right? Because she's a teenager when she gets sent to Earth in the comics.
I would think she would know, but possibly not. she would have more information. He would certainly. Okay, this is me being truly crazy, but I'm trying to zoom in on the photo and see like how thick this script is. Do you think that realistically?
Well, I didn't even think to do that.
Do you think realistically they put this on a stack of papers that were not the script, or do you think that it is? Because I don't know. I know I get psycho about this stuff. It's just so fun for me to like try to speculate what is the length of this.
Yeah,
this is, and also this is draft 2.
Yeah,
tell me about draft 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about it.
What happened there? He loves the drafts. He loves to do multiple drafts, but he says he does 60-page treatments and then writes the script, which is unheard of. 60-page treatments is unheard of, but that's how he works. And you can't argue the results of his films, for God's sakes.
Somebody let me know, somebody who is more visually skilled than I am, how many pages is this draft here? Start counting.
As well. We will see.
This is me on the show. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Like, people are like, what is she doing? Yep, that's me.
Detective Roxy Chew. I like that. Detective Roxy Chew.
Actually, it's 142 pages right now as it pertains to draft 2.
I mean, it looks kind of light for a 2-hour movie. That doesn't look like a 120-page script.
That's what I'm saying. This isn't that thick. But I don't know that you can just put the page on top of a stack of paper.
Like a workbook. It's on top of a workbook.
Yeah, totally. This is my favorite thing. James Gunn, if you find this clip and you're like, get a life, I agree with you. I should. And yet I will not, because I'm going to keep zooming in and counting.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. All right, well, let's get to your TV. And let us know what you guys think down in the comments section. As I said, the Streamlab, the Super Chats, this is how you support Roxy and I coming together to host the show when Kristian's out. Send in your love. Almost 700 of you watching us live now. We talked about everything DC. We talked about Star Wars stuff, and we're going to get into Roxy's TV picks next, but we want to hear from you. What are your questions, thoughts, and comments? Send in your Super Chats. Give us some love here on the show today for sure. All right, Roxy, let's give you the floor.
There we go.
The
floor is mine. All right, John. So let me tee you in on something. The way this works is that you pull one up and I talk about the one that you pull up.
All right, let's talk about it. Here we go. Boom.
Okay, I have to talk about this one. Holy crap. Do you know anything about the Summer I Turned Pretty, John?
I don't think that's a John Rocha show, but yes, I know it's a big sensation.
It had its series finale, and it was, I felt like a 14-year-old kid. I was watching this the way that I watched the OC finale. Like, I was glued to my seat cheering for a bunch of young love and making out and sucking face. And this is a classic love triangle, 2 brothers, 1 girl that grew up together. This was Vampire Diaries all over again. This is the better version of My Life with the Walter Boys. This is the teen drama that I have just like loved my whole life. I don't care how old I get. I'll always love shows like this. She made the right choice in the end. She made the choice everybody wanted her to make in the end. And this show has been so successful, so unbelievable. The creator, Jenny Han, immediately afterwards announced they're making a movie.
Wow.
The Summer I Turned Pretty movie. That's how iconic this show was. I don't have a single girly friend that isn't watching or talking about the finale of the show. It was 5 days ago and I have watched it twice. It was so good and sexy. Men, listen up right now. If you are interested in women and you're looking to get a little bit of freak on right now, start watching this with your girl. She will not be able to resist you. This is a hot show.
All right. Okay. Good information and good knowledge, good advice.
Important.
Let's move on to this. Gen V season 2's out, right?
Yeah. I have seen 3 episodes of Gen V season 2. I love this show. It's weird because comic book shows have like 2, in my mind, there's highbrow comic book shows and there's more lowbrow comic book shows, right? Like shows that people judge more, like the CW comic book shows people will kind of crap on, but shows like the Penguin, people are Emmy nominated. Gen V kind of falls somewhere in between those categories where it's like, we're still seeing people puke out their buttholes, just like we are in The Boys, but it's really well done and like a strange way. So I think that Gen V is required viewing for the boys. We've got a lot of the stars of the boys that have come over to Gen V for this season, even if it's for an episode or a cameo. And this entire world is related to the boys and Voss and what they're doing. So I think it's really a really fun, interesting show. And also they relate it very well to current issues that are going on. If you're not a superhero, like there's one superhero who the way that she operates her powers is that she has to make herself throw up. There's another superhero, the way that she operates her powers is she has to cut herself. So there's like a lot of direct correlations between our world and this world. And they just do an excellent job with the show for sure.
Right on. All right, let's move on to this one. Love Island Games. Yeah.
I really switch it up with my recs sometimes. I'm all over the map. Love Island Games. I watched Love Island this season because you guys told me to. John, do you know how many days a week Love Island is on?
Every day of the week.
Thank you for answering. Thank you for knowing. Love Island is on every day. There's After the Sun on one days and interviews one days, but really it's like 6 days of new content on Love Island. And I felt a hole in my heart when Love Island went away because that's a lot of TV I was watching that I had room for. So when Love Island Games came back, I was like, oh, I'm going to like this more because it's about the love, but it's also competition. So I was really excited for the competitions to be like Big Brother or Survivor or Amazing Race where they're doing serious competitions. I'm a little bummed to find out that it's still like, can you put beer in each other's mouth and spit it out competitions? It's like very odd, but I love the love aspect of this show. It's a fun one. If you're looking for something that monopolizes a lot of your time and is entertaining and is trash TV, Love Island is your jam.
I want to see conversations about Philosopher. This, can you guess whose Philosopher is? Let's move on to one of my favorite shows, Tulsa King. Roxy, I'm a Stallone fan. So season 4, I think, or season 3, it just popped off this Sunday. What are your thoughts on this?
Was it? I think it's season 3, right? Episode 1 of season 3. I think
greenlit season 4. I got confused there. Yeah, season 3. Yeah.
I love Tulsa King. I think that this show is actually kind of underrated. I think that people chalk it up to just being like, and it's actually extremely well done. And not only that, you guys remember from last season, I think that Sylvester Stallone is one of the best performers of our of all time, honestly. Like he is so made for this show, and the show wouldn't work without him. He's believable in the same way that James Gandolfini was believable. Like he is just so charismatic and endearing, but he feels like he comes from this world. And one of the annoying things though is that Tulsa King hasn't been on for a long time. So as we were coming back to it, I was like, who was that person again? Who was that girl? What's going on? It felt like I kept having to pause and look people up and be like, oh yeah. But that's more just about the fact that TV is just so separated now and things go off air forever. And there's so many other shows that I'm watching. It took me about 20 minutes to then dive back in and be like, oh yeah, I love this show. And it was fun first episode. How'd you feel, John?
I loved it. I love that Samuel Jackson and Kevin Pollak are joining the cast with Frank Grillo. So I'm very excited to see what more we're going to get.
Man, Frank Grillo is so good in this show. Yeah. So good.
I love Frank to pieces.
Yeah.
And the morning show, season 5. Yes. Where are we at?
That sounds right. That sounds right. I've seen the first 2 episodes of this. I think they only dropped 1 so far. I told you guys last week before it came out that I loved it. And I just wanted to remind you guys because I think that this is not as talked about as a lot of the Apple shows, right? Like people really seem to get on board with Severance and Ted Lasso, and the morning show should be up there in the conversations for best Apple shows. It's just difficult to watch because they're covering real world events. And sometimes we feel so inundated with real world events that you don't want to watch a show about real world events because like watching the news. But this season, I feel like is easier to tolerate because we're not dealing with the pandemic anymore. Like the last season where we were really in the pandemic and they were dealing with the pandemic, it was like, fuck, get me out. But I'm happy with the pivot that they've made. And I think it's excellent. So I can't recommend the morning show enough if you're looking for prestige drama.
There we go. All right, there we go. Luke, put us back in the 2 shot, please. Thank you. All right, those are TV. Those are Roxy's picks. Thank you.
Can you hear them mowing the lawn outside and blowing leaves? Is this convenient timing or what?
Oh, I can barely hear it at the end. Feels more like an air conditioner drone, just light though. It isn't
super loud here.
But yeah, to go along with Roxy's recommendations, the Charlie Sheen doc, if you guys haven't watched that, as we mentioned earlier, you got to watch that one on Netflix. Highly recommend that one as well. And for those of you who are maybe British and you have the BBC app, I'm watching Linley. The new Inspector Linley series is really good. So highly recommend that one for you all as well. But Tulsa King, hell yeah. Tulsa King.
Yeah, really good. The Charlie Sheen doc we talked about, we highlight last week because not only had I seen it, but also Andrew Freed, good friend of Kristian Harloff, was the producer of it.
Yes.
And he had Andrew on to interview him.
Oh, nice.
So that's cool. Since I've been home, I got my dad and his girlfriend to watch the doc too. And I'm curious your thoughts on this. I thought that it made Charlie Sheen, like, it made me have more like for him. My dad said after watching it, he had less like for him.
No, I found myself liking. I found myself, if you've ever dealt with anyone who has addiction issues, there's a lot of that in what you're watching in Charlie's show, in the doc. And so I felt more sympathy for him, but I also felt like I would have not liked to have been around
John Cryer.
Yeah, like I felt like John Cryer. Like that would have been my reaction to all of it. But I came away, who I came away loving more and really respecting is
Denise
Dad,
Richards.
Martin Sheen. Oh, and Denise.
Who'd you say?
Was amazing. Denise
Who'd you say?
was amazing. Huh?
Who'd you say?
Martin Sheen, his dad.
Oh.
The fact that he was there for him through everything. I think some parents might have quit on him. Some parents might have been like, I can't take it anymore, especially a famous parent. But the fact that Martin was there no matter what for him every single time, I think was a really moving thing. But I agree with you about Denise. I kind of have, I brushed off Denise years ago as like, oh, just another one of these actresses that comes in and trades on our looks. But watching her talk about, I was like, couldn't be more wrong about this person. I would love to know this person, so.
I'm so with you. I was like, I hope that she kind of has a Pamela Anderson resurgence. Like, she deserves to be a star. She's just has so much love in her heart. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, taking in those two boys, come on.
That part. And then also, like, even the sandwiches.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, watch the doc. But the sandwiches, I was just like, there was such strong imagery in that. Like, imagine her.
I'm not going to judge them for what they do. They can have one of my shitty sandwiches.
That was amazing.
I know. She's a good person. All right. Well, let's get into some ads. And after this, we'll answer some questions. And right now we're sitting at 27. Roxanne, I don't know how much time you got, but we'll try to blaze through a few of them if we can before you got to go. But start sending them in, everybody. We got to get to that 100. Come on. And we'll be right back after this.
What's crazy is that it's fall already. It's coming. And I got 2 kids. The back-to-school rush, it's already here. We're getting the early morning drop-offs, the after-school activities, the soccer games, and the last-minute supply runs. Don't forget about the extra trips for groceries, gas. Days get busier, and it all adds up. There's an easy way to earn real cash back every time you fill up your tank, grab a bite to eat, stop on essentials. Whether you're driving across town for the soccer games or picking up snacks for the school lunchbox, Upside helps you keep more in your pocket. In fact, Top Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. The free Upside app, it gets you cash back on daily essentials, whether it's gas, groceries, dining. And yes, if you're asking, it's real cash back. There's no confusing rewards, points, credits, just money. And you can transfer it straight to your bank account. Next, claim an offer for what you're buying on Upside. Then pay, as usual, with a credit or debit card. Follow the steps in the app, get paid. And since I learned about this thing, it has been so beneficial. Fits in so easy to my wife's schedule, to my schedule. Find out how much you can earn. You got to download the free Upside app. You got to use that promo code Kristian. You get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. An extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Using that promo code Kristian. I'm so happy that I have discovered Upside, and you will be too. I'm going to paint a scenario for you. I want you to picture a bald eagle, which is standing on top of a silverback gorilla, and that's riding on top of a T-Rex. What do you think you call that? You know what you call it? Confidence. Pure confidence. And that's the kind of confidence that you need in the bedroom for that next level wolf riding besides a velociraptor in a Lamborghini through outer space type of experience. You like that? So do I. That is where Rougiette's Go Long comes in. It's not just another ED pill. It's a confidence game changer. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in one dual-action formula to help you get hard and go the distance. Hell yeah. Plus, the effects last for up to 36 hours. That means that you can feel confident all day and night, and then some on the next day too. Getting started, it's simple. Connect with a board-certified doctor, 100% online at rugiet.com. If prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly to your door. Ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom? You head on over to rugiet.com. Use my promo code Kristian, 15% off your first order. That is rugiet.com. Use that code Kristian. Make sure to use my code so they know that I sent you.
Okay. All right. Love it. Rugiet.com. Do it. All right. Let's get into these questions. And remember, everybody, we got about 30 of them right now. We'd love to get to 100. So if you want to keep us on the air, this is how you do it. Let's go. Go, pal. It says early support this Victory Monday. Thank you. DUI champs. Hey, guys. Love you. Roxy is vibrant and beautiful, but Disney can kiss my ass. Don't want their app. I need free speech more than I need this movie. Wow.
I'm sorry. Did you not notice none of my TV picks were from Disney or Hulu?
Oh, Roxy, yeah, subtle. I like that. Very strong.
Well, just what's the one thing Roxy is vibrant and beautiful, but Disney can get in my ass? What'd I do?
Yeah, I know. That's weird. Ronetta W says, Roxy and Rocha pod, energy on point. That's a smooth mix, like peanut butter and jelly with a little extra flavor. I'm feeling it.
Let me ask you, Rocha, who's peanut butter, who's jelly?
I think you'd have to be the jelly, right? Because I don't think I'm ready.
I feel like you're the peanut butter and I'm the jelly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think I'm ready for you, jelly. Let's be real. Mike Joyce says,
kind of jelly? Grape, strawberry,
right?
Raspberry's good too. There's a lot of good jellies.
Oh, raspberry's good. Yeah. Mike Joyce says, Roxy and Rocha, my favorite duo here. For some reason, they get the craziest hate comments on this channel. The comment section should be fascinating. I have to say, I don't spend a lot of time looking at the comments from the shows I do here, but it's not surprising because you and I are the most outspoken. And we are we put up with the less bullshit that people put out there in the world, and we push back. Look, Kalinowski is a passionate, crazy guy as well, but he's a white man, so he gets away with it.
He is so passionate, and I will say I don't see him get nearly the heat, and I'm always like, did you guys hear what he said?
Yeah. It's because he's a white dude.
I love him, but I'm like, what?
That's
crazy.
It happens. Winston gets some hate too. So Boo says, you guys hear about Explorer from Another World? It's a wannabe B horror movie on Amazon Prime. Hella AI for effects, music, and background stuff.
No, I've never heard of this. Did you?
No, not at all. I don't know at all. I mean, there's so much we're watching. To add another thing, you have to really break through all the noise, and I haven't heard anything on that. So, but good suggestion there, Bob.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I don't know if it was a suggestion. They were like, it's a lot of AI and stuff.
Oh, well, good point. Is it good or not? Oh, fair point.
Maybe it was a void.
Frankie C says, thoughts on Taylor Swift crashing Avatar WWE limited release weekend with her own one weekend only release and beating Superman for pre-sales in 2025. Yeah, I saw this over the weekend.
I have no idea what this is.
Oh, so Taylor Swift is dropping her album as a listening party in movie theaters. And you're going to get her official release of the first music video off the album. And you're going to get music videos that are lyric music videos to accompany every song. And it's you are buying tickets to go see this in a movie theater.
Wow.
So, yeah. So she's putting it out on an Avatar. I guess she's putting it out during Avatar's opening weekend.
I mean, I honestly, I listen to her like a casual person would if it's on at a bar or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's a good song. I don't know that many all of Taylor's work, but I respect her career decisions so heavy. Like everything she does, she's got the Midas touch. Like everything she does. So if she thinks going up against Avatar is the move, then I bet it is.
Yeah, we'll see. What's the Death of a Showgirl? I think is the name of the album.
Yeah, I've seen all the people doing their own versions of Death of a Showgirl, whatever. Yeah, it's cool.
It's a good photo. She looked good. Julian Ramos says, thoughts on WrestlePalooza? The mixed tag and the women's world championship matches were the best, but Cena Lesnar match was bullshit. Yeah, I agree.
Brought up, John?
Yes. Yeah, I watched it over the weekend, but I did not. I haven't made the jump to the ESPN app because I just think it's criminal that they're asking you for $30 a month for that stuff. That's nonsense to me when I was paying $7 or $8 on Peacock. It's just, to me, is like kind of weird. But that being said, I thought it was a good event. I didn't think it was great, but I did think the mixed tag of the Women's World Championship matches were the highlight. And yeah, Cena Lesnar, and no surprise, because Lesnar, all the accusations with him, I wish him nothing but the worst. So I'm glad that people are crapping on his match.
I wish him nothing but the worst is the funniest thing you've ever said. Also, I'm loving the chat correcting us right now. It's called Life of the Showgirl. Why we made it Death of the Showgirl?
Oh, sorry. Life of the Showgirl.
That was not like a slip of us trying to.
I apologize.
No.
I thought it was.
I didn't correct you because I was like, sounds right.
Perhaps it was more of a dramatic title. My apologies, guys. Life of a Showgirl. Renetta W says, "Hey, Renetta, great to see you. September 21st fell on a Sunday. Considering this your soulful Sunday soundtrack, do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. That song, instant mood filter or lifter, rather. I don't know that one.
You don't know it?
The Earth, Wind, and Fire one?
Do you remember?
Oh,
the 21st night of September.
Yeah.
Love is changing the minds, of pretenders. Come on, what is like the number one a wedding song?
Yeah.
I think that people love this song so much that I don't know whether I'm just trying to be a contrarian or what, but it plays at every wedding, and I always feel like it's just the most overplayed song at weddings.
It's a happy song, so of course it's going to be over. It used to be Celebration, Cool in the Gang. Oh my god, they used to hit everywhere. Mm-hmm. No, of course I love 21st of September. My favorite Earth Wind is Let's Groove Tonight. That's the one that gets. I'm in the shower when that pops on, and I'm dancing in the shower. So.
See, yeah, and that's not nearly played enough.
No, I love that. Samuel Ouellette says The Rock is such a fake individual. Wow, he makes up narratives and plays Mr. Nice Guy on socials, but he clearly is a snake. Jesus, I'm skipping on his new movie sadly because of it.
I have never heard this take on The Rock.
Wow,
snake.
Yeah, snake is tough. I think The Rock is what a lot of creatives are sometimes, which is they're so focused on their need to accomplish the things they want to accomplish because they have like a deep well of insecurity. And so for them to accomplish things, they need to focus on themselves. And then when they achieve things, they it still isn't enough. So they're looking for the next thing. So that can come off sometimes as a bit of ego and a bit of arrogance. But snake, that implies someone who is devious on purpose.
I kind of think snake is the worst thing you could call somebody.
Yeah. No offense.
Yeah. No, Samuel, I'm not with you on this one, but I actually have never met him.
Oh, I have twice. He's such a nice guy.
But a snake.
Not a snake, I don't think. But I get there's some people are mad because of like how he tried to strong arm DC, and certainly James Gunn reiterated that in that Happy, Sad, Confused interview. But like that's a business move. He was making a business move.
Yeah. In order to be a snake, I do kind of feel like you have to be referring to somebody's personal life a little bit. I don't know. Not that all is fair in business, but like just because you wanted to strong arm somebody in DC for your own personal gain and because you thought it was the right move for the fans, is that snake behavior?
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Weinstein, that's a snake. That's a
snake.
Yeah, total snake. Samuel, on a more positive note, you guys are awesome. Oh, thank you, Samuel. Appreciate that. Glad we're not snakes, Samuel, in your world.
We might be now that I disagreed with him. Sorry, Samuel.
Don Ronaldo McWhiskey, look at those cheeks. I salute this combination of hosts. Oh, thank you, Don. Appreciate that.
Thanks, friend.
Thing 94 says, disagree with you politically, but still enjoy you. Hey, I respect.
Which one of us?
Oh, good point.
Because you and I are aligned often, but not always.
Not always. No, you love James Gunn. I'm not necessarily in that camp. So we're not.
And that is politics.
Yes.
Politically speaking.
Draft 2.
James Younger.
RQM DSMD says, support for Roxy and Rocha. Great team. Thank you, RQ.
You rock.
We're at 30 right now, everybody. You want to keep us on the air? You got to send in more super chats to help us stay on the air. Let's get to 100 if we can, but we'd love to get up to
a minute, bro. That's what we need.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Send it in. We got 600 of you joining us still. Joyous Romer says, support for you guys, and may the force be with you. Thank you. Hey, Roxy, have you ever dated a fanboy before? Ooh, good question. Rox.
I never have, and I don't, and never say never, but I feel pretty strongly against that. I think it would make me feel very uncomfortable because I always want to go into anything on like even playing field, and I don't think I would handle that very well.
Yeah, I think one of the greatest gifts my life had was being with Elite Outlaw before like everything kind of popped off on the Schmodown, and so I never crossed that line.
Yeah,
because I think I not that there were opportunities that were presented, but you never know at all those big events and whatever what could have happened. But yeah, it's a line I don't want to cross, and
it's not comfortable or like a legitimate base for a relationship when one person knows so much more about the other person.
Yeah, it can be dangerous.
Yeah, so no judgment on whatever people do, but for me, I might have to one day because I'm hoping to be. I'm single and I'm hoping to be so fucking famous that nobody doesn't know me. So
there you go.
We'll see.
How long has it been? 3 years? 2-3 years?
How long's what been?
Have you been single? How long have you been single?
5, 6.
5 years?
6. Since 2000. Oh no, 5 and a half.
But let's be clear. It isn't that Roxy lacks for opportunities. It's that she is very selective.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. It's a little A, a little B. But we'll see. If they want to ask questions about it, they got to send in the Streamlabs.
That's true. Send in. She will answer your questions. Send in your super chats. She will answer them about her.
That's what I meant. Super chats. Damn it, we do too many shows. I sent them to the wrong place.
We got a bunch of Streamlabs waiting somewhere. I have 2 Flight Games says if teasers are to get you excited, this failed. Meh. Okay. All right. I disagree, but all right. Mark Long MDL says hi.
Are you Mark Long from The Challenge that I used to host a show with? Or are you just a different Mark Long?
Wow. Dom Ronaldo says, regarding the movie from a TV show, does it not look Wrath of Khan good? Does it only look motion picture good? Movie from a TV show. Oh yeah. I mean, obviously the Star Trek movies were from the TV show.
But what do you mean, does it not look Wrath of Khan good? Are you talking about does Mandalorian and Grogu looks Wrath of Khan good? Which was a motion picture. So
yeah, and was only made for $12 million.
Right.
Movie. So
oh really? Wow.
Yeah. I think it looks better than Wrath of Khan for sure. I don't know if it's a better movie. That's a different question. But
did you not like Wrath of Khan?
It's my favorite Star Trek movie ever. But the look of it is very dated.
Yeah.
Of 1980s. This is a much more modern look. I'm Too Black Game says Andor was so excellent and nuanced. Any Star Wars that comes after that will pale somewhat, but especially the Mando, Star Wars, thin writing and baby stakes and sets so far. Yeah, but I'm gonna throw your mind for a loop. We wouldn't have gotten Andor if Mandalorian and Grogu wasn't good, and if they didn't deal with some of the darker elements of Star Wars in a way that was palatable to a lot of the audience. There's no way we would have gotten Andor. So
actually, don't think that there's anything wrong with baby stakes for something like Mando or Grogu. Like I wouldn't call it baby stakes, but not everything needs to be. You couldn't have bigger stakes than Andor.
Right.
Nothing's bigger stakes than that.
Right.
So I don't think that that's like the fairest comparison.
That's like saying you don't want to be on Earth because we're still quibbling about who's playing Batman, who's not playing Batman, when there's larger stuff going on in our society. Like you've got to have the balance of everything, First Rate Nate said, show my 2 boys, age 7 and 5, the Mando trailer, and they are stoked. Both humming the song on my way to school. I'm ready for Star Wars in the theater.
See, that's awesome. And probably they wouldn't have done as well with Andor as they would do with this.
Yeah, I don't know. 7-year-old Andor. I agree. Seattle Chaos says Roxy and Rocha Mondays. Let's go. Let's Seahawks.
Go. Oh, I said let's go, and then I took it away for the Seahawks part.
Roxy, your Patriots almost won that game.
Yeah, but then they didn't, John.
Yeah, I know.
But then they didn't. And do you know how many I get to watch 1 or 2 games a year with my family, and we were all downstairs, and I was like, oh yeah. And then it was like, or not.
It was a tight game too.
It was, but we also played like absolute crap. So like,
yeah,
it's not like the whole time we were playing amazing. It's just,
I know. I watched the last 10 minutes of the game on Red Zone, and watching that receiver not just fall forward for the first down was so confusing. Trying to juke back out It just makes no sense. But a young kid is going to learn. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
And we're all going to suffer the consequences.
That being said, I don't buy Aaron Rodgers. I don't buy that Steelers team at all.
It's interesting that they seemingly have embraced him to the extent that they have.
But they don't look good. Hey, Mr. CJ, Roxy, did you feel the same way about Sex and the City when it went from show to movie?
I think that the majority of people did. I loved the Sex and the City movies. I know that's a very unpopular opinion, so no. But I am way more lenient with things like that. Like, you're not really going to hear me be like, this looked horrible. Most things look pretty good to me.
Oh, all right. There you go. I like the first one. That's a deceptively very well-written show. I know that guys are like, I don't watch that stuff. It's for girls. It's a really well-written show.
Excellent.
I had to whack in my DVD.
The first season's not good. The first season with the direct-to-camera stuff is a little rough.
Right.
But after that.
Yeah. I did DVD testing years ago. We had to watch all the seasons to test the DVDs and the subtitles and all that. And I was like, oh God, I got to watch this show.
That's such an interesting job.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then it's like a real, like you're watching the same thing over and over and over and over again, that it kind of like messes with your mind a little bit. So it's an interesting game. Huh. Carlton Runner says, London calling. Great to see the Foxy, Roxy, and Rock and Rocha show. Thank you. John, loved your channel's tribute to the late, great Robert Redford with Steve. Oh, thanks, Carlton. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Who's Steve?
Steve Morris, my co-host on the Cinephiles. We've been doing that show for 9 years. Yeah. He came on to co-host a conversation about Robert Redford over the weekend. So it was a lot of fun. Michael McKenzie says, hey, everyone, we are 10 days away from Ghost of Yote. Oh, is that only 10 days away? Did you pre-order it yet, John? If not, here's a donation to help. P.S. Have you gotten into God of War yet, John? I have not. But
John, is this a video game?
Yeah, video game. Yeah, sorry,
Ghost
video
of
game.
Yote?
It's the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
Oh my God, why can't I remember her name right now? She's the voice, the main voice.
Roxy Stryer.
She's in our space.
Theron.
She started in our space.
Olivia Munn?
No, we are contemporaries of her. Erika Ishii is the main voice.
Oh my God, Erika Ishii is the voice of a video game character?
She is the main character of the game.
I used to do stuff with her at Nerdist. She's lovely.
Yeah, I love Erika, and I was so excited that she got the job because I just got into Ghost of Tsushima the last 4 months. I just started a whole new campaign yesterday because I can't let go of the game. And so I can't believe it's 10 days away. I'm totally pre-ordering
it. This is why Instagram is so annoying. Like, I follow Erika Ishii, have forever, and I don't know that she's in this. Why doesn't my algorithm ever show me the things that I would be like, hell yeah, go, friend?
It's probably because you're not clicking on video game stuff. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows?
That's true.
Cody Bishop says, I'm boycotting all Disney products. Okay.
I think that's totally fair. I am not, but I commend you.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. But they're already working on a way to bring him back, and we'll see if they actually do it. I am 2Flycam says 2 Batman simultaneously will totally blow up in WB's face. The climate of moviegoers isn't that interested in comic books anymore. Gunn is making me nervous now.
I don't know that that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's not true. So you're bringing a lot to the table today. I am 2Flycam. A lot of food for thought.
I would say that the climate of moviegoers is you have to bring it and they'll come to your movie. Now, look, Superman did make $700 million. I get it. But like, it certainly got people excited back in the brand, and that's what they wanted to do with that movie. Now it becomes, what are the box office returns for these movies going forward? Even more so because you've laid the groundwork of confidence and faith with the fans. And I think it being on HBO Max now, people are going to become even more fans of James Gunn and what he's doing. So then we'll start to judge the universe as a whole as it goes along here a little more clearly. But I think people will show up for movies that are good. It's just that our demands are now higher. You've got to really bring it for people to show up. And that's the challenge now. Seattle Chaos says Jared Harris for Brainiac.
Huh.
I like the idea, but it's a little old.
Jared Harris is so good. There's a lot that you could do with him, but I think there's so many people who could play Brainiac.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably go with someone in his 30s.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Jared is amazing. Gopaz says Roxy has amazing lighting today. There you go, Roxy.
You want to see it?
Hey, I love it.
Look at her go.
That ring
Little travel light going on.
Love it. Joyous Romer says, "Hey Outlaw, what is your hype level now having seen the Mando and Grogu trailer?" I think it's good. I'm hyped for it, but I'm not like, oh my God, but I am like, cool. I can't wait to see what this is, so it didn't disappoint me. So that's good. Mike Joyce says, support for Roken as commanders. That's right, baby. 2-1, baby. But we'll see. Nathan Drake says, did you see the clip where Ryan Reynolds is supposedly cursing at Eugene Levy on the red carpet? Yes, I did. Did you see
I did
this?
not.
Yeah, it's not a good look on Ryan.
Wait, why supposedly? Is he or is he not?
Well, because it's like you can't tell, but it certainly looks that way. And Eugene Levy's reactions of like,
is it current or?
Yeah, it's current. It was at the John Candy doc premiere.
That would be shocking. That would be shocking if Ryan Reynolds was so unself-aware that he needs to be a PR perfect right now. That would be shocking if he was cursing at somebody that nobody has beef with. That would be crazy.
Apparently, I think Eugene was trying to stop him saying something. And according to what I've read here and watched, Ryan says, don't tell me what to say ever again. And then Eugene's like, whoa, let's just move on. And so it was a thing. And then Ryan immediately moved to the next reporter to try to kind of get out of that situation. I hear you, but I also think the pressure of this whole Baldoni Blake Lively thing,
of course,
bearing down on him. So
of course, you have to be media trained in that moment and not do that.
Yeah, you're right, 100%. Gopal says, Roxy, what's up with your KB movie?
Thank you for asking, Gopal. I got the nicest messages from the director and the writer in the last month about me in the movie, and I just I'm on cloud nine about. They said such kind, complimentary things to me. So I've told you, as a small role, only a few scenes, but what's going on with the movie is that I'm in it, so I know that, which is great because you never know, even after you shoot a movie.
Sure. I'm
in it. It will be coming out. And I will be telling you guys when and where to watch it when that does happen. That's what I got at this moment.
We're looking forward to it. And shout out to Dennis, who's been taking his movie everywhere and getting a lot of love. Dennis Zen as well. And
the Andrew Gunn movie, right? The Sinead one too?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, not Step Brothers. It's Something Brothers. I think it's Something Brothers. I can't remember the title, but
what love?
Yeah,
I don't remember either, but that's awesome. I've been seeing him post a lot.
Yeah. Joe for show says, you guys ever wake up and think, dang, what am I doing with my life? I don't know anybody who doesn't, honestly.
Imagine not feeling that way.
I know. I don't know what that is like to feel. And Joe, I'm sure you wake up every day saying the same thing to yourself. Dang, what am I doing with my life?
Can relate.
Yeah, can relate. So, and if this was a shitty comment you left, Joe, then you should be asking yourself that if you're leaving.
Oh, you think he meant
yeah. If you should be asking yourself that, Joe, if you're leaving shitty comments on a YouTube show.
I feel like we're such kind-hearted people that when he said it, I was like, oh, I feel you, man. I didn't for once think, oh, he's directing that at us.
I'm just covering the bases. If you meant it in a good way, we all feel this way. If you meant it in a bad way, you might want to take a look at your own life there, Joe.
Hysterical.
Faux show. Karen Vondermaiden says, Task is a great show, and Tom Pelphrey for any superhero role would be awesome. Yeah.
I didn't mention this last week, but I will say that when I was in that movie, Always Lola, Tom Pelphrey was starring in a movie called American Murderer. I love Tom Pelphrey. I talked to you guys about that last week, but they play at the Boston Film Festival. Oh, nice. Their movie played right before Always Lola, and so I went to watch it to support. And he could not be more talented. He seems awesome. I root for Tom Pelphrey so heavy. Have even since Iron Fist and before that. I love Tom Pelphrey. I think that he is waiting for his big thing, and I'm excited to watch Task because you guys told me he was in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I finished, I got them early. I finished all 7 episodes. Of
the really?
Show. Oh, yeah. We finished it over 2 nights.
Is it excellent?
Yeah, it's so good.
Is he great?
Yes, he is excellent in the show.
Did you watch Ozark?
No, I haven't. This is one I need to get into.
Him and Ozark was mind-blowing.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Even more reason to watch it. But and also, what's her face from Coda? The main girl from Coda. She's
really
excellent in the show as well. She rocks that mullet. RQMDSD says support for Roxy and Rocha. Thank you. Mike Joy says support for Auntie Roxy and her Boston glow. Boom.
I love Boston.
Gopal says, I think in this context, motion picture good means the first Star Trek movie. Oh, that's tough to compare. Oh, I see. So they did spend more money in the motion picture movie, so it is more cinematic, but they spent less money in Con. It's a better movie, even though I like the motion picture. So it's tough to compare. We haven't seen the movie. How can I possibly compare? Right? Casey Grant says, we got to make you two hosting a frequent thing. I would love that.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, we got to get up there. We're at 47 right now. We'd love to get to 50, 60, or 70 before we go. Joyce Romer says, hey guys, what are your thoughts about who the bad guy will be in Mandalorian and Grogu?
I don't know Star Wars well enough to know the answer to this, because to me it seems like usually in Star Wars there's like 7 bad guys, and like they're all pretty bad, and then the main bad guy is somebody that everybody's like, oh shit, it's one of 4 people: Palpatine, Vader, Darth Maul. Should I keep naming the only bad, like really bad people I know?
Oh, it's him again. Oh, they cloned him.
Like, am I super far off?
Not really. It's either the
Empire as a whole,
or the First Order. Yeah, it's basically only been that.
So you tell me, John, what's the answer to this?
I think it's Jeremy Allen White's character. I think it's the Hutt character who's essentially the bad guy in the movie. And then there'll be other antagonists, but I think he is probably the main bad guy. So that'll be interesting
the
to
Hutts
see.
tend to be bad guys. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nathan Drake says, didn't the schmoes walk out of Sex and the City too? Oh yeah, I think
yeah. Which is a crying shame because that movie is a masterpiece. Let me have it. I've seen that movie 80 times because when I had a DVD player, I had Sex and the City 2 before I got my Blu-ray player, and Sex and the City 2 got stuck in my DVD player, and it's the only movie I could watch. So I have seen that movie a criminal amount of times.
You're like, I actually kind of buy the Kim Cattrall storyline.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Gopaz says, Rocha, where did you get into Star Trek? I think I started with 4 in the theater, then filled in with TNG, the other movies, and some episodes of the original series. Well, I'm old enough to have grown up with the original series, not when it was first showing, you sons of bitches, but when it was in reruns. So I grew up at a time when that was on the local TV station. So that's how I got into Star Trek, is watching the original series episodes, and then from there, the movies. And not even the motion picture, because I was too young when it came out, but Wrath of Khan was the first Star Trek movie I saw in the theater, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is amazing!"
I also started with TOS.
Yeah, the original series, really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Really late though. Remember, I used to do that show called The Tomorrow Show where I would wear my Star Trek outfits. So I had never seen any Star Trek. So when I started that show, I think that was in like 2014 or something.
Right.
I was like, let me start with the original series, and I love TOS. People don't expect somebody who's 34 when people say, what's your favorite Star Trek thing? I'm like, TOS, because it was my first. And I was just like, this is fucking amazing. It's slow, obviously, at times, but like, I just thought that the characters, the world, the relationships, like, I love that you can kind of like pop in. I just loved it. Loved it.
Who are the other hosts on the Tomorrow Show? I forget who are the other hosts.
It was Kevin Undergaro, married to
Undergaro,
Maria Menounos. It was his show, and he was a huge Star Trek fan. So he was like, we should all be in Star Trek outfits. And I was like, I should probably watch the show then. And know anything about it. This girl, Ashley Daniels, Lauren LaGrasso, Michael Klaus. I don't know if you knew any of these people.
I didn't know.
That was like the most fun time ever. I'm so sad that the show was a little before its time, but we interviewed massive people on the show. It was kind of like very early on in the podcast days.
Yeah, I'm looking through the Instagram. It's still up, the Instagram page.
Really?
There you go. Yeah.
I think all the interviews and all the videos are gone. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like
for a while we were interviewing people, and then they would die. There was like 5 people that we are their last interview. It was crazy. It was like really fun. It was crazy because we were doing a lot of Nichelle Nichols is one of them, actually.
Wow.
Like, we were doing a lot of last people's, and every article would be like last known interview, The Tomorrow Show. And I was like, we got to stop talking to anybody that we like.
I see Maria yelling at Kevin, "Stop killing these people!"
There was like really 5 people, and it was like, what the fuck?
Monica says, "Love this Monday duo." Thank you, Monica. What movie are you looking forward to seeing the most this year? So the rest
Wicked
of
2.
not even a question.
Wicked 2.
I don't know what I'm most looking forward. What is coming out?
Wicked 2.
Predator Badlands, maybe the most for what's left, or maybe Avatar. Although, I mean, Avatar's more of like a spectacle. Like I'm looking forward to it, like as a spectacle.
Wait, not to just keep saying this, but are you not excited for Wicked 2?
No, of course, yes. I'm not in the same because I didn't see the musical and stage or anything.
Okay.
I loved the movie. I thought the movie was really good.
Good.
But I'm not as crazy excited for that one as I am for the other ones. I know it's going to be good. Support for Roxy and Rocha. Thank you, RQMDSMD.
Oh, is the Springsteen biopic this year or next year?
Yeah.
This year? Then that's my second. I mean, I'm the biggest Springsteen fan of anybody I know. I'm such a diehard Springsteen fan.
Ditto. Ryan Nelson, I found out.
I didn't know. Yeah, Ryan and I text about Springsteen every day. Like literally, we are both obsessed. I had no idea you were that big of a Springsteen fan.
Oh, yeah. Born in the USA, I was, like I think 15 when that, or 14 when that came out. And that's how I got into Springsteen. And then as I got older, I went back and like I have all the albums, even the bootleg tracks. Like I have everything.
Cool.
So and then they just start, and then Nebraska, they're releasing the Electric Nebraska, which is like $130. So I'm trying to figure out if I can afford to do that to add to my collection.
Have you seen them live?
Have
you seen them?
Twice. Once at the Capitol Center, back in the old days in DC, and then once in Florida. It was amazing.
I've seen them twice also. We gotta up those numbers.
Yeah, while he's still around.
Yeah, we gotta up them.
Don't put him on the Tomorrow Show.
I know.
I do. It says, Alien Earth turned a Xeno into a pet dog. Wow, shake my head, Disney. Are you mad? What's wrong? I am. What's wrong today? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I am. You are. You don't seem like your usual self today.
Yeah. Usually there's a balance. You seem very angry today. What's going on?
Maybe it's the world.
Okay, maybe. But Alien Earth is like the best thing on television.
I've only watched 1 episode so far. I'm behind.
So good. Soul Stylish Jukebox, support from 2 of my favorites. Thank you, Soul. Appreciate that.
Woo.
Legend MM600, Rad Duo. What's both your favorite Ninja Turtle? Oh,
I don't know them that well. Michelangelo?
Okay, you can. I'll take Leonardo. You can take Michelangelo. I like that. The Last Ronin. That's my favorite one. Will you do another show today, John? Possibly on my channel later on tonight. I just saw him over the weekend, and I'm trying to see Big Beautiful Journey. So I'm gonna maybe add that to my conversation. So maybe I'll go live tonight.
The Bold and the Big Beautiful Journey.
Yes, that. But it all depends on if Jeff wants to do a show today, because Jeff's going to Boston himself on Thursday.
Oh my God, I'm coming back. Fuck. Why do we always miss each other here? We've gotten ice cream here a couple times, and it's lovely. We're both home at the same time. It's so fun. I know like his whole family, and
That's insane.
It's so great.
Yeah. Kate Kelchin says, sending this super chat for more support for the Demon Slayer reactions. Oh yeah, is Kristian doing that? I don't know.
I'd have to assume he must do them with Steph because she's diehard, or maybe she had seen them already.
Or Winston, because Winston's also into anime.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Thank you, Bobby Jackson says, "Work, good to see you, Bobby."
Hell yeah, Bobby.
Thunderwolf says, saw trailer for Stolen Girl. Is this the KB movie?
No. So I saw that too. Because it actually has similar description to how I described the movie that I was in with her. But that trailer looked good.
Cool.
It's not the one that I'm in, but it did look good.
Support
look good for Kate.
RQMDSMD says, sending more support for Roxy and Rocha. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
We're up to 56 right now, everybody. Get us to at least 60. Come on, or 70. 14 more would be great before we wrap up. Gopal says, didn't Kay say Mando would be rescuing Rada? I don't know, man.
Is Kate Kristian?
Yeah, I think he did say that. But I don't know, man.
Who's Rada?
He's the Hutt. He's the Jeremy Allen White character. So.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if that's.
Yeah, we don't know.
He did say it.
Right. That ill Yankee says, I'm broke right now, but got to show love for you both. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
John Darius says, hey, Roxy and Rocha, God bless to you both. Roxy, reminder, Halloween 6 has a director's cut. Will you react to it as well on The Real Rejects?
Just for a little behind the scenes tea right now, I believe we're currently on 8. So we've already passed 6. By the time people comment on things like, when you're watching this next one, you should see the director's cut. I'm like, we've already watched it 2 months ago. So it's unfortunately too late. But yeah, we're going to go through the whole franchise.
Hey, you tell your boss to get me on his goddamn channel.
I know. I tell him
that Latino SOB to help another Latino out and bring me on.
Jeff has asked me so many times too. He doesn't have any, but we're all like, what's it called? Full time now there for. So
yeah.
They don't bring anybody on anymore.
Oh, that's true because everyone's getting paid full time.
Yeah,
so you got to make validate the payment. That makes sense. Yeah.
I know, but he is just like the living best. So try to get closer to him so that we can sneak you in there. Because
what's left of him? He's a waif now. For God's sakes, look at him. He's so thin now. He's wisping in the wind.
Also, he is Filipino.
Oh, I thought it was Latino. Alba, I thought was Latino. Oh, my bad. All right. My apologies, Greg.
But listen,
it's like Batista. I thought Batista was Latino, but he's Filipino. Go ahead. Sorry, Rox.
No, I think it's still brown people be helping brown people. Man.
Come on. Come on, Greg.
Good thing to do in general.
True. Joe for show says, unfortunately, you took it that way, Rocha. I'll reward it next time. Peace, love, and positivity, man. No, man.
No, he didn't take it that way. We just didn't know.
I covered it both sides just in case. So don't worry about it, Joe. I took it that way because some people do that. So I have to.
When you said it, I was like, that's such a valid thing to, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for clarifying, Joe. But peace, love, and positivity to you too, brother. To everybody, even the ones that hate us. Mir Gem Serenity Moon says, rewatch the Superman movie for the second time, this time on my TV, and it's still so awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
You like that movie, Rox?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
Loved it. It's my favorite superhero movie of the year for sure.
Oh, yeah. Gopal says, I'm a big fan of Springsteen. There's a live recording of Bruce's Jersey Girl that's my favorite of his. Ooh, yeah. I like that.
Feel you.
His live stuff is great.
So good.
I
even tolerate his Christmas stuff. And that's coming from a little Jew girl. Love that man.
You've been good over there, Clarence. You've been good. You've been doing
you better watch out.
So good. Duplex M says, I lost $600 due to the NFL and the Disney's on my bad side. Oh, okay. So there is something else going on. All right. Well, stop betting on sports. Stop it.
And never bet on your own team. I learned that the hard way so many times. It's like such a kick in the nuts when you bet money on your own team and they lose and you lose. And it's like,
I bet rent money back in the 1990s on a what was the Redskins Cowboys game because I'm obviously a Washington fan, and I lost my entire rent money, and I never bet again. Never bet again. Cured me.
Well, listen, that could have been your origin story to something way worse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I am John Rocha. Charlie Sheen, a 2-part documentary.
AKA,
I have 2 flag games. Yeah, AKA right. What makes more, MJ movie or Springsteen? Ooh, I think the MJ movie.
I don't feel like the reception on the Springsteen movie has been what I thought it would be.
It's more of an indie film. It has that indie vibe, so it's not going to make as much as the MJ movie, which is going to be.
Did you like Blinded by the Light? Was that what it was called? Remember the Springsteen?
Yes, I interviewed the director, and I think I interviewed the writer. I did the junket for Collider and interviewed them, and they were very sweet people. I liked the movie.
Yeah, it was actually wonderful. It just, I feel like there's just people aren't clamoring for the indie Springsteen stuff the way that I would hope, but. Yeah,
we'll see. Armada says, looking forward to the Last Frontier Apple show. The Lost Frontier Apple show. Oh, yes, the Jason Lucas one. I saw the trailer over the weekend. Roxy, is that on your list to watch?
I watch every Apple show, honestly, not because, and I think people get confused by this, they don't pay me. It'd be nice, but they don't. I have never seen the Apple show I didn't like. So they're just a network that's not missing for me. So I likely will check it out. Okay. I haven't heard much.
Did you like Hijack? I'm on the fence about Hijack. I should start Hijack.
I watched Hijack on an airplane, not knowing what it was about. So could not recommend that less. That was like one of the worst decisions I ever made in my life. All of a sudden I was like, wait, what am I doing? The show is very good. Very good show.
All right. I got to see that because I like Idris so much. This is one I haven't
He's so
seen.
great. I mean, maybe you don't know. He's like my all-time, like,
Oh, he's your hall pass?
yeah,
No.
but there's nobody to pass. So there's
Oh.
no hall.
Yo.
What's it called when you just love somebody? What I'm trying to say is he's my husband. I mean, you missed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. He's your number one.
I mean, since I was little kid, like,
You know what I saw over the weekend that shocked the shit out of me? I was watching because I love the Vanity Fair where they do the lie detector. I love those movies. Those
they're so fun.
They're so great. They had Elle Fanning and Dakota Fanning on the most recent one.
Yeah.
And Dakota called out Elle for her obsession with Jack Black. And I thought it was like for fun, but no. Elle thinks Jack Black is the sexiest man ever.
He is so talented and
Yes.
like so talented. I'm coming off of binging the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. Do you remember Jack Black in them?
No. He's in the movies?
He's in the second one. I was shooketh when he popped up. He's in dreads and
Of course he is.
like a Rasta shirt. And I was like, what the hell's happening? But when he performs, I see it. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just didn't know. And she said, like, that's her number. Like, she told every one of her boyfriends, she always tells them, like, if it ever happens with me and Jack, like, he is my hall pass. And I was just shocked. So,
yeah. I don't think anybody would be shocked about Idris. That's a little less shocking.
The Lady Outlaw has made that clear to me as well. If that
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it, to be honest.
He is the most beautiful person to ever exist. So
yeah. And I know he would take care of her. Like if he
Yeah.
did it, he'd be very gentle about it.
oh, I love him. I love him. I love him.
Soul Silence Jukebox says, when do each of you watch one battle after another? I'm seeing it tomorrow night at a screening. What about you, Rox? When are you seeing it?
Since I've been here, I've missed every screening. So I have no idea. I am supposed to go with a friend on Friday night.
Okay.
But we'll see if that ends up happening.
It comes out Thursday. That's right. King Sport Cal says, Gunn versus Sneider. Who you got? Ooh, I would have to take Gunn. No offense to Jeff. Well,
In an actual boxing?
I guess it's boxing. I'd have to take Gunn because he's a little more in shape. But,
yeah, for sure.
But if it's a street fight, I might take Jeff because Jeff.
What if it's basketball?
Oh, I have to take Jeff.
Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to give Jeff a win here, but Gunn for pretty much everything else.
I think I would take Jeff in the street fight because he's Boston and he'll do crazy shit. And I think he'd get the best of Gunn. But then again, Gunn is.
I cannot picture Gunn in a street fight. He would not know what to do.
I mean, Gunn's been a bit of, when he was younger, he was a little bit of a prick with some of his tweets and what. So he's got that little dog in him. He's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
It would be fascinating to see those two on a street fight for sure. Armada says Ravens and Lions game today. Who you got? Oh, tonight. Who you got? Ravens and Lions? Oh, I got the Ravens.
I think so too. But also don't care.
There you go. Slightly toasted. Who you guys cast as Batman in the DCU? Well,
Brendan Sklenar.
Yeah, Rox said Brandon.
Who do you got?
I don't know. Maybe
do you have any vibe? Like famous, not famous, new, very successful?
I haven't seen him yet. That's what I would say. No one comes to mind. I like Brendan. I certainly didn't like the Alan Richardson idea, although I love Alan.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I love him too. He's just no.
There's going to be an extra acting requirement. He's fine in Reacher. He's good for Reacher, and I think Alan is a good actor. I don't know about Batman. Like that's a whole nother realm of acting, and I don't think that Alan is there. I think Sklenar is possibly there. I just don't. I want to say he's not that well known, but then again, neither was Corn Sweat. So it's just something about it that I don't know 100% if Sklenar is the choice, but he could be. Be. Gregory Dobbs says, cheer for Roxy and Rocha. I need this R&R. Respect.
Ooh, a little bit of R&R.
Thank you. Legend MM600. My faves are Raphael. Go Mariners and go Seahawks. Oh, there you go. It's his favorite Ninja Turtle.
Oh, I was like, who's Raphael on the Mariners or the Seahawks?
Gopal says, have you seen Canary Black with Kate? It seemed interesting, but the reviews were terrible. Kate Beckinsale? Is that what he means?
I don't know. I've never seen Canary Black or heard of it, so that's unfortunate.
I think it was the Prime. Yeah.
Oh,
It was Amazon Prime movie.
is it with Kate Beckinsale?
It is Kate Beckinsale, Rupert Friend, and the late great Ray Stevenson in that one as well.
Here's what I'll say: when you've been around as long as she has, you're going to make some good movies and some bad movies. But
Yeah.
I cannot say enough things about like the kind of performer she was in the room. She is stupid talented.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I went to set on the days that I was not filming because I wanted to watch her,
Yeah.
and it was actually like upsetting how good she was, and how quickly she can get there to the point where I was like, yeah, I got to be back in class. Like, if you want to be a star, you got to be as good as the stars. And she is like so upsettingly good. So yeah, really good.
I've had a crush on her since the Underworld movies.
How could you not?
Yeah. I mean, the Underworld movies were so good that I had an ex who, even after we broke up, we remained friends and would go see the new ones every single time because we liked Kate in the movies. So yeah.
Yeah.
She brings people together. Gopal says, never thought I'd hear Rocha say even the losers and haters. Well, I've been saying that for a long time.
Then you haven't been listening?
Yeah, I know. I'm so confused. Gregory Dobbs says, love the to wish the losers and hate. Of course, you've got to wish. What does Cat Williams say? If you wake up and you got only 17 haters, you better work to get 18, 19, or 20. Like, that's what you got to do. Gregory Dobbs says, love the Vikings result this Sunday. Defense. Oh, yeah, they crushed the Bengals. That's right. Armada, Danny Dimes, baby.
What?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what Danny Dimes.
No idea.
No idea.
I have no idea either.
Oh, okay.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. RQMDS says support for Roxy Rocha. First time I saw Springsteen live was at the Stone Pony, New Jersey in the late 70s. Woo!
That is so cool.
Wow. Dude, wow. You
Yeah,
know,
that's cool.
another doc I recommend is the Billy Joel doc that's on HBO Max. If you guys haven't seen that, I love Billy Joel too, and it's a damn good 4-hour doc.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, highly recommend it. It's just because there's a lot of time in New York. PLD projects. Hey, PLD. All of this goes to Roxy, not Rocha. Even if I agree with them earlier, the She-Jax Halloween run has been fun. Loved seeing Roxy learn that Donald Pleasance wasn't Michael Myers. Oh, did you think that he was going to be
the last movie? No. Did I think he was going to be? And I was calling him. I thought he was the actor playing Michael Myers until the last movie that he was in. Because we're not allowed to look things up because you might get something spoiled. So it just every intro said like with Donald Pleasance, with Donald Pleasance. So I was like, oh wow, that's Michael Myers.
Oh, so you didn't even know that Donald Pleasance was Loomis. You were like, Donald Pleasance must be the Michael Myers.
I thought Donald Pleasance was playing Michael Myers. I didn't know the actor who played Loomis. Turns out it's Donald Pleasance.
Yes. That's awesome. I love that. That's great. You come in with the fresh eyes. You never know what you're gonna. Because
I had no idea. And everybody in the comments is like, "You fucking idiot! How would I have known if I didn't know?"
Right. Exactly. Oh my God, people are so mad. Stop being mad, everybody. Stop being mad. I am too for like Cam. Speaking of which, I am too for like Cam. Betting runt money is very irresponsible, Rocha. Yes. Thanks for telling me that 30 years later. I'm glad you matured, but somehow you're still a Commanders fan. LOL. Roxy and the Pats is rough too. You're a Seahawks fan. You haven't even won a Super Bowl. Where do you get off
Fly is on one today. Cam, you are on one. Rocha, we got to rip through these.
I know. I'm sorry. All right. Casey Grant says, Roxy, did you watch Halloween Resurrection yet? I remember when the DVD came out, you could press a button on the remote to change cameras throughout the house for most of the movie and look for Myers. Wow.
Shut up. Yes, I watched it. I did not know that. Spoiler alert for when you guys watch my reaction to that.
Yeah.
That movie is, and I say this, and I never say this, that movie is horrible.
Wow. All right. There you go.
That movie was not good.
Yeah, she never says that. John Darius says, thank you guys for being a highlight of my week. Love your channels. You all are awesome. Roxy, a horror recommendation, The Collector and The Collection. It's worth it.
Is that 2 movies?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yeah. Gregory Dobbs says, love the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer support. Thank you, Greg.
Woo.
Slightly Toasted says, Jared Padalecki for Batman in the DCU.
I don't see it.
Who is Jared? Do I not
I
know?
see him as Bruce Wayne, but I don't really see him as Batman.
Yeah, I don't see him as Batman either. I could see him as Two-Face. I don't see him as Batman. Armada says Danny Dimes is Daniel Jones. Oh, right, from the Giants, who's now on the Colts. Yes, the Colts are showing out 3-0 right now for sure.
Okay, then Danny Dimes.
And last one here, Paige says, just wanted to give some Texas love to Roxy and Rocha. Thank you, Paige.
What'd we hit?
78. So close to 80. So close to 100. Thank you all so much. Respect to you. Thank you so much to Roxy Stryer. Roxy, please let people know where they can find you and see all the things you got going on.
Everywhere at Roxy Stryer, and then on my channel Wednesday and Sunday nights, youtube.com/Roxy Stryer.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Roxy. Much love to you for being on the show today. I'm always a fan of working with Roxy Stryer. She is one of my favorite people in the world. I don't want to say because that's the Lady Outlaw, but she is one of my favorite people in the world. And I always am blessed to get a chance to work with her when we host the Kristian Harloff Show here. A total surprise, by the way. I did not anticipate hosting the show today, but we did go that route. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all the Star Wars talk, all the DC talk. Let us know what you thought about all of it down in the comment section below. Remember to patronize all the sponsors for the show so they keep coming back to support the Kristian Harloff Show. And most of all, of course, if you haven't yet, subscribe down below and join the membership program. They got so many things that they're giving out and all those reactions as well. Everything positive happening on the Kristian Harloff Show. And if you want to join my stuff and come see little old me and the stuff I do, head on over to the now John Rocha channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says. We'll see if we'll do a hot mic live tonight or just a live episode of The Truth tonight. But then we got Geek Buddies, more hot mic later on in the week and everything happening there. Spill the Tequila tomorrow night with me and Winston, plus my out of theater reaction for One Battle After Another will be dropping tomorrow night as well. So come and join me there and then follow me at The Rocha Says. Much love to Luke. Thanks, PLD. And thanks, of course, especially to Roxy. And have a great week, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Be well. We'll talk to you next time on the Kristian Harloff Show. Peace.